You all right, Miss Peanut? What? Hello? She just left? What happened?
I was in jail. I was in jail. I'm sorry, y'all.
You went to jail?
I went to jail.
Sorry about that, y'all. Look.
The jail keeper had left the building. We all could have gotten out of jail.
Oh my God. Oh my
Thank
God.
you, Zoila Rivera.
Okay. Here we go.
I'm glad they
Hey,
can hear
Miss
me.
Shirley, how you doing? Hey, guys, desire for me. How you doing?
Hey, Carrie. Hi,
Hey,
Fiber Fox
Serena.
Studios. Hey, how you
Hey, Miss
doing?
Shirley. Hey, Shanti. Hey, Ivy B. Did I say hello to Zoila? I think I did. She was the first one, right? No. Hey, Rashida, how you doing? Fiber Fox Studios, how you doing?
Hey, Jean.
Oh, Jen and Ivy Ray, thank you. How you doing? Good to see y'all. I have to wait for Mona to invite me back up. Look, I'm sorry, y'all. You know, I was trying to.
Hey, Shantae.
Hey, Carrie, how you doing? Good to see you.
I'm going back up because they were coming
hear
in
you,
when
but
I was
we
trying.
don't see you. Oh, okay. Hi, y'all. Oh. Look, let me show y'all my face right quick. But you know, I'm trying to cook.
She up there cooking, huh?
That was a beautiful
we all
gift
going
you
to her
gave
house and eat.
Miss
I hope
Linda.
you have enough.
Oh, hey, I'm good. How y'all doing? I'm doing pretty good. Hey, Jane Doe. How you
Hello,
doing?
Miss Jane Doe. I got to get that down here. Thank you for coming,
Oh, I
everybody.
made it to the bottom. Oh, I'm good. Let's see. I gotta take that. Was you texting me?
Who, me?
No, that wasn't you.
No, ma'am. I am innocent. I was in jail. I was trying to be good to get out of jail. So no, I'm not jail material. So
Felicia says she don't have no internet.
I'm not surprised. I almost didn't have any internet. That storm was vicious. My internet was in and out, but thank God.
Oh, that's why how you got bumped out?
No, I got bumped out because I was trying to go. They were saying that I was not live on my channel. So I was going to my channel and StreamYard made me do all this stuff. Like sign up again for StreamYard and stuff like that's crazy.
Oh wow.
And so I went, and by the time I was doing all that, I got knocked out.
Hey Jen, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for coming by. I was over there. I didn't get a chance to say hey. I'm trying to cook, y'all.
Don't burn up our hamburger now. I hope everybody's had a blessed evening. We have had a storm here. It came. I was in the garden, as a matter of fact, shooting a video. We weren't supposed to have a storm. Hey, Buddha of Destiny, namaste. How are you? Oh, I didn't know you was live. Sorry, it's okay. You're welcome. Hello, one virtuous woman and one vigilant watchman. Thank you for coming. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Hey, one virtuous woman. How you doing, Marcel? Look, what was I gonna say?
Hello, Rashida Monique.
I was over there looking at your videos.
That my little baby girl. I hate the everyday life of an OCD and shit. Hey, baby.
Hey, Nikki. One virtuous. No. God's desire for me. Did you check your email? It's stormed here. It's supposed to rain all week. Oh wow.
We've been getting so much rain. I'm about tired of it now.
Look, we finally didn't have no rain today, so hopefully tomorrow it don't rain and I can cut my grass.
What's going on with this weather? We're getting the hot weather. Then it cools down.
Hey,
Hey, Duval.
Hello.
She in the house.
I'm here.
She's here. Hey there, pretty lady. How
good,
you
good.
doing?
All right.
You guys get some rain down there in Florida? Y'all need some?
We didn't get any today.
Well, I'm gonna send it down there because thank you very much. We've got
Uh-oh.
No, you can keep it.
no, nope. You're gonna get it. I want to be nice. I want to share. I want to share.
Well, we're supposed to be getting some from this little turbulence they have out there now.
The everyday
You
life
getting daily rain now too?
went from consistent hail, hot. You should say we went from consistent hail, hot heat to daily rain.
Yeah.
We've been getting the same thing, Nikki.
Oh,
And
wow.
They don't know, and the weatherman is not God. They just guess.
Right.
So we
That's
can't
right.
because they don't know. We weren't supposed to get because I looked at my rain report, my weather report. No rain. I was
Right.
like, when it started raining, I had to head for the hills.
And that's what they've been saying, rain, but we ain't got none in, maybe 3 days now.
And this is the kind of rain
I'm
that
sorry,
causes.
I'm dropping my batteries. I'm trying to keep up with my batteries here. They keep
Well, we want you
falling.
to have them their batteries, so you keep up with them, darling. This is the kind of rain that says that makes your tomatoes and your other fruit and vegetables split.
Right.
The way that you get it like this is too much water.
Right. You're right. It sure do.
Mm-hmm.
It will make it split, especially them tomatoes.
Zola. Take mom, give her a kiss from me and put her in the bed, sweetheart. And thanks for keeping us running. We appreciate your support.
Who is that?
That is Zola Riviera. Riviera. Is that Riviera? Rivera.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Gloria Elliott Gardening. Hello, young lady. Thank you so much for coming in. And thank you, everybody, for switching over because you had to switch over just like that. That's all. Hello, Serena Norell.
Hi, Serena.
Miss Shirley LG say they were super dry now. And super dry, and now my rain barrels are filling back up. Well, that's a good thing.
Right.
I wish I'd had some rain barrels all the time out there for my garden.
I still haven't gotten any yet.
Yeah. Well, what, rain barrels?
Right.
I need to get some. Because there's a difference in the rain on your garden and what you get now the faucet. Hey, Jennifer.
Right.
Hi,
Jennifer.
You think she's here? Thank you so much for coming.
Mona, check your email.
All right.
Yes, I wish I could get some rain, a little bit anyway.
You're right. Someone's in the basement. They are. I don't see them.
All right. Hold on.
It's probably her.
I don't see no one in the basement. Hey, Gloria Elliott. Someone in the basement. I don't see nobody in the basement.
Is
it me?
No, you're not in the basement. You up on the panel.
No, I'm saying, was it me in the basement at first?
Oh, I don't know.
Did you give her
sorry, I had to walk away. Come back. If whoever was in the basement, come back.
Yeah. You gave them the code.
Oh, you're working on crochet bags, Jennifer.
You know that we are related.
Oh, okay. Miss Jennifer's working on crochet bags. What kind of bags?
I want to know.
Hey, Jennifer Riverbird. And okay.
Jane Duval, they say your channel is not live.
Your channel's not live.
Can I go live?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on
Anytime you
Mona's
see
channel
that button
tonight.
at the top that's blue.
Okay, no, mine is not blue. I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I hope that they're not using the first code.
Have you all been having trouble with internet? Not today, I haven't.
We had a lot of blinking and blacking out and stuff because there was high winds, a lot of rain, probably was hail that came
Oh
through here.
wow.
But we are
Okay.
better now. We're better now, but it was terrible. And it left here and went to Alabama, evidently. So Serena says she's got shade cloth set up over her Long Island Cedars pumpkin patch raised bed. We have
Mm.
highs and heat in indices and 100s through Saturday.
Let's say check
Okay.
my email. Email. Oh, thank you.
Now you know you had two codes, Mona. So that may be what's going on.
I'm sorry. I plugged in a new air freshener and I think it got me coughing.
Mm. May want to check that out. Yeah, it has to. I was
Blessings. Blessings, Diana.
trying to make sure nobody was trying to go live on my channel.
Hmm.
Okay.
You never did find it.
Okay.
Oh, I think I'm live.
No, somebody said somebody was in the basement. I think that's somebody trying to come up.
Oh.
No, ain't nobody in the basement. That was probably earlier when you was in the basement and I wasn't here to let you up. But we all caught up now.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was probably when I was in there.
So after our conversation on Monday, did anybody go and check the recall list out?
No, I didn't get a
I didn't.
chance.
Okay, because there's
So it
another
went
one.
up since you told us what was going on, didn't it?
Yeah, some more came out today.
I'm cooking turkey burgers.
You did meatless Monday, right?
Yes, I did. That's why I'm trying to get this turkey burger in. What
Okay.
did I eat
So
yesterday?
I was gonna say what
I
kind of
had
I,
bacon you did.
cabbage with butternut squash and potatoes.
ooh,
Whoa, that
that
sounds
sounds
good.
good.
It was good. And some cornbread.
Mm, mm.
Yummy.
Serena, you say no feedback today.
Yeah, she could hear us today.
Serena, I am so girl. Look at God. You can hear, Serena. You can hear. You. What happened? Did you go to the doctor and they did a procedure? I am so happy for you.
Well, I'm glad there's no feedback today.
She said, because you know to hear the feedback, that's intense. So the fact that Serena can hear, that is a blessing. Because all this time I've been on here, she said she couldn't hear.
Hi, Shantae.
So every day says, Mona, that sounds delicious.
I'm saying I can eat cabbage any day.
You so cute, God's desire. I see you. But yeah, there were some more recalls, and I'm not gonna bore you with them, but y'all just need to put up.
That's not boring. That's letting us know.
Yeah, I want y'all to know then, because you know y'all will come back here and say you didn't say nothing, or we didn't know, and you didn't warn us, or whatever. But it is very serious, and I don't know what's going on exactly, but the most important thing is that there are recalls out there, and you need to be cognizant of that.
Hmm.
before you go and buy stuff, check and make sure that it's not on the recall list. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was just telling my daughter today about the recalls you were saying.
Everybody need to tell everybody.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Everybody need to tell everybody. Now I was telling Mona today about the recall. If there are 400,000, I believe. Let me make sure that number's right. Yeah, Amazon is forced to recall 400,000 products that could kill
I saw that on the
and
news.
execute people. See, you saw it on the news. How many folks
Uh-huh.
saw that on the news?
I saw it on the news today.
I'm gonna wait for everybody to tell us. Let's see. Somebody is saying something about television. Let me go back up. Which explains why you saw Jesus 7 times, heard Jesus tell you a commandment. Wesley Curry the second. Hello, how you doing? Tell the vision, and you have denied He is God.
Are there any mods on your channel?
On the channel,
We
yeah.
have, we
On
have.
yours, yeah.
Yeah, Jane Doe's on mine, but it's not on my channel. It's either yours or Miss Peachnut.
Mine.
It must be Miss Peachnut.
Yeah. 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 Okay, here we go.
Okay.
First of all, Shantae said she dropped more seeds today after the new recalls. Thank you. If just one person hears it and does something, I'm satisfied. I'm good. You're listening. Keep dropping those seeds. And when you heard the recalls that I called out yesterday, aren't you glad if you had anything on that list, you were already growing out of your garden?
Hey, Jessica.
I know, right?
Most of us. Hey, Jessica, how you doing? Most of us is growing just about everything that was on that list, and that's a good thing. Go
Right.
plant some more seeds. Go
Right.
plant some more seeds. And if it gets to the point where it becomes out of season for us because the weather, because the seasonal change, you don't need it. Get something else and eat it. Because if it's in the grocery store and it's out of season where you live, that means it's out of season. And they're bringing it in from
Right.
somewhere else. So you just have to Gloria says that that keep you full. I only miss meat for breakfast. Yeah.
Thank you, Jane Doe. Hey, Mike.
Hello, sweet thumb.
Hey, sweet thumb.
So you say you can hear Mona, but you don't know what she's saying since I can't lip read her. Okay,
I
right.
thought she could hear me though.
You can hear. I'm trying to get that down. Y'all took care of that issue. Jane Doe got the issue taken care of. Which items are on the list? Okay, I'm gonna start right here. The most recent one, then I go back to a little bit of what I talked about yesterday, Nikki. This is the Amazon forced to recall 400,000 products that could kill or electrocute people. Okay, you guys, this is serious. This is serious. Amazon failed to adequately alert more than 300,000 customers to serious risk, including death and electrocution, that U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission testing found with more than 400,000 products that third parties sold on its platform. Did y'all get that? So, the CPSC unanimously voted to hold Amazon legally responsible for third-party sellers' defective products. So now Amazon must recall dangerous products, including highly flammable children's pajamas. There's faulty, and then faulty carbon monoxide detectors. and unsafe hair dryers that could cause electrocution. These are the items that they are recalling. The CPSC theaters may be widely used in homes across America. So far,
Do they
those
have a list?
that okay, hair dryers. Um, Let me go back through it. Flammable, flammable children's pajamas. This is not the first time I've heard that. Faulty carbon monoxide detectors. You know how you want to have a detector in your house if it starts smoking, you want to have a smoke detector, then there's a carbon monoxide detector you can have in there as well that will let you know that there's a release of carbon monoxide in your house, which could make you go to sleep or kill you, whatever. Well, the ones that they were selling is faulty and unsafe hair dryers that could cause electrocution. So, carbon monoxide detectors, flammable children's pajamas, and unsafe hair dryers. So if you purchase any of those items, if you went to a baby shower and purchased any children's pajamas or whatever off of Amazon, just question it. Go and get it away from the person you bought it for. Um, oh, while I'm saying that, my niece had a baby last year, and I did get some pajamas from Amazon. Uh-oh. But she can't wear them now because she's a baby. But I tell her to throw them away because you don't want anything that's flammable in your house. Whereas if your house gets
Right,
overheated, you don't know if these
right.
chemicals and stuff can ignite in your house. So
That's
be
true.
safe outside. Right now, and I told Mona this earlier, I noticed one thing about the pattern of recalls. Right now, this is all they're saying. Hair dryer, pajamas for babies, flammable pajamas for babies, and the carbon monoxide detector. In about another week, I promise you they're going to come up with some more products.
Right.
But 400,000 is a lot.
That's a lot.
Be
And it
careful when
probably
you
go back sometime. It goes back. So I mean, probably everybody done bought some of it. And it
be
might they
careful
already
when
caught.
you buy these products and try to research who made them and where it's coming from. I'm gonna put that notation out there because there was another concern about Timu, and I can say this because the FDA and all these other folks have talked about it. They're using highly concentrated chemicals in their products that is way above what the U.S. allows.
Wow.
So if you're a Tumo person, just know you're at risk when you purchase from them. This is not me saying, I'm telling you, you can Google it for yourself.
Hmm.
So, Nikki, because I love you, I'm going to briefly, let's go real quickly because I know these people are, we want to talk about the gardening stuff, but the vegetable list is so big. Over 20 different vegetables sold at popular stores, including massive recalls, and they're still calling this stuff back today. And they're asking me to go into your fridge and check and see, make sure you don't have this in your fridge. Um, this is, let's see, they're sold by an operation based in Willard, Ohio. The place is called Wires, Wiers, Wires Farm Inc.
Hmm.
And it's the things that they're talking about contains listeria. So
Mm.
the vegetables the list is just really long. Let me tell you the states. Sold at select Walmarts in Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and West Virginia. There is a whole list of things. I'll be here all night, but I just say a couple of them. Wires Farm Bat, Poblano, Cubanero, green beans, salad cucumbers, serrano, bell pepper, organic cucumbers, yellow squash, zucchini squash. And then they're sold also at all these stores in Kentucky, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia. And this is under Freshshire, Freshire, Freshshire, Freshshire Farms, bad green beans, and bad jalapenos. It goes on to give another whole list of individually or by the pound sold products. That's
Oh,
Anaheim
wow.
pepper, cilantro. These are sold in bunches. Cubanelle peppers, cucumbers sold whole. Green beans, green bell peppers, habanero peppers, Bulgarian wet peppers. All this is stuff we already grow. Mixed vegetable box shipped to Cleveland and Youngstown, Ohio, and food banks. Honestly, essential to the food banks. Food banks give to people who need food, and they come pick them up in boxes, and they're putting them in the boxes. Mustard greens sold in bunches, pickling cucumbers, plain parsley sold in bunches, poblano peppers, serrano peppers, and tomatillos. And then there's another in addition to Aldi and Walmart, the vegetables may have also arrived at some smaller regional stores. They didn't say who they were, but may have arrived at some smaller regional stores. You can find a complete list of the stores involved in the recall. You have to press a button and those stores will come up. So it goes on and on and on. Best thing to do, in my opinion, best thing to do,
Wow.
grow your own. Stay away from that stuff in the store.
That's right. That is so true.
Because then these stores
Grow
have
your own.
subsidiaries. These stores are their parent companies that has, smaller companies under them, and they'll branch off stuff, repackage it, and send it to those stores. And these are the ones they probably want me to go and find. I'm not going to do that right now because it's just going to go on and on and on. Look it up.
Right.
Do recall list by FDA and all this other CDC, and a whole list of things is going to pop up. And take out the time to read it. Because if it doesn't affect you, it may affect your relative that live in that state, that city, that whatever. Um, this is just a continuous problem that we are being faced with. And
Right.
that's why all of us try to encourage other people to grow their own food.
That's
And
right.
when I saw that list, I'm growing everything on that list in my garden. All those peppers I got out there in my garden right now. And cucumbers.
Now see, I have plenty of peppers. The only thing seemed like this year just refused was my squash, tomatoes, and cucumbers. Other than that, everything else I had no, well, watermelon. I had no problems.
Hello to the
So
chat, John. Let me go back
So it
up.
sounds like everything that binds you having a problem with.
John's Truth, how you doing? What did I say about Youngstown, Ohio? That's where your family live. You're welcome, Nikki. And but store only recalls the cucumbers. The cucumbers was a big thing not too long ago, but it's a lot. It's a
oh,
lot. It's
sorry,
a lot.
lady.
So store only Mike said he was telling wife if cucumbers got listeria or salmonella, the stop board touches that and everything else. I think it's coming from you talking about the stop board in the store, or you talking about it was sent out from the production company that way. Um,
I know my
Let
daughter
me go
got
back and
sick
I'll tell you about
today,
Youngstown. Let's
and
see
she
here.
believed it was avocado she had.
Mm.
You say what now?
My daughter got sick today, and she think it was
Mhm.
an avocado that she might have had.
Yeah, but there was something about avocados not too long ago. I will have to put it up later on.
Hmm.
There's nearly 30,000 pounds of rice recalled in 7 states. I'm telling you guys, this thing is just
Rice.
rice,
Oh
rice.
wow! Now, what is there a particular place you go to look for recalls?
Um, Rice comes with unexpected safety warnings like this big one for a brand sold at Walmart and Target, Amazon, Safeway, and other retailer stores. So let me pull up exactly what's going on with it, but I have to go through here.
Hi, Jones Truth.
1 pound bags of Ludberg Family Farm Sustainable Wild Rice Gourmet Blend. The FDA has reported the cause of the recall as the following. Oh Lord, product may contain foreign object that appears to be of rodent origin.
Oh wow.
Some of the stuff make you sick to read.
Mm.
So that name again is LUNDBERG Family Farm Sustainable Wild Rice Blend Gourmet. It's a lot
Wild
to have to
rice
read.
blend.
The
Is it
rice
what?
is
What brand is that?
LUNDBERG Love Bird. Love
Lumber.
Bird.
It
Love
sounds
Bird.
like
Family
yeah.
Farms, Family Farms Sustainable Wild Blend Gourmet Rice. Let me give the class to recall. It is in Arizona. It was distributed to Arizona, California, Florida, Maine, New
Oh
Hampshire,
Lord, Florida.
Oregon, and Wisconsin. Now you have to stay very alert because they'll come back in another week and add some more to that list.
Oh wow.
Ludberg Family Farm Rice is sold at major national supermarket chains as well as online retailers like Amazon. So it's on Amazon as well. Look it up. I gave the name. I spelled it for you in case you have family and friends there in those places. Please call them. Tell them don't. If they bought it, take it back to the store. Don't eat it. Don't consume it. This just popped up on my phone.
Mm.
June 30th, 2024. I'm looking at my phone. That just popped up. This is all day long. All day long. As I was looking for something else. I'm going to find that answer to the question, Jones True. Wow.
Amazon is Whole Foods, a Whole Food store, you mean? Mike?
What was that?
What did he say?
He said, remember, Amazon is Whole Foods.
So who's the parent
Is it?
company?
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
They
Is
own Whole Foods. Oh, wow.
also Amazon is the parent company.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a lot of companies that are subsidiaries of other companies and parent companies that have, companies that are under them and you don't know who they are. That's why I think on one of these articles they did mention a company that was under Kroger. I didn't go back to find it, but Kroger, you just look at who are the subsidiary companies of Kroger, and you can find that answer right
Hey,
there.
Kiwi.
Hi, Kiwi.
About 5 years ago, they bought it.
Oh, okay. They keep reiterating also the daily meat, you guys. This is on a daily basis on the news. Please pay attention to that. Stay away from the deli meat. I'm just saying. It's my opinion. I'm not telling you what to do. But
Right.
because they keep coming
You're
out with
right.
it every day, they're saying urgent, urgent, urgent. Just stay away from it. You know, we all may be doing meatless Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for real.
Hey, Chris.
With the way that things are going,
Right.
yeah. You just get to the point where you can go out to your garden and pull your vegetables and your fruit and just be like in the garden and eat. Just eat off your vegetables and fruit for a minute. At least you know where it's coming from.
That's it. That is so true.
So I'm trying to
Good
see.
Lord.
Youngstown also, Jones Troop was on the list, and I'm trying to find out exactly what they said about it, but it was on the list for contaminated vegetables. And when yeah, it says mixed vegetable boxes that was shipped to Cleveland and Youngstown, Ohio, to their food banks only. They say though. Mixed vegetable box, shipped to Cleveland and Youngstown, Ohio. Food banks, to their food banks. So evidently they have food banks there, and they ship these there for them to distribute to the people. Aldi has been on. There's been a lot going on with Aldi, so just be careful and shop carefully when you shop.
Right.
When you go in, take your phone, and I'm gonna tell you my experience with what my experience has been with some of the recalls, because I'm an advocate. Um, I'm a proactive person. So if I see my phone, I see, like, if I go into Publix, just for example, and I notice that there's supposed to be a recall on something in the shelf where the item is should be empty in that area, should be there, I would go to the manager and say, "Isn't this on recall?" I got my phone
Right.
just in case he say no. Oh, they were supposed to put it.
Hey,
Let me
Sheila
get them
B.
over here to put it right now. What that's all about?
They taking
Really?
their time trying to get
But
somebody to buy it before somebody say something.
Wow.
they want to still sell it and get that money, irregardless. Now, I'm not saying that that happened there. I'm just saying, but I'm telling you, there is a real situation that did happen, because I would go in there and say something in a minute. I thought this was on recall. Then they act like they didn't know it, but then they pull it right then and there. I'm just saying, so you
Mm.
can take that and let your mind run with it in all kinds of directions and land wherever you want it to land. So there was a situation, and I can't really ID it right now, but where the FDA has said, pull this product. They told the company, pull this product because of this, that, and the other. And they told the FDA they weren't pulling it because they didn't think that
Oh,
it was
wow.
going. Yes, they did. That was about 4 months ago. Hey, D-Lou,
Hello, hello.
Wow.
how you
Hello,
doing?
Move.
Good, thanks
So
for joining us.
I was like, um, I saw the invite and I said, okay. So let
Hey,
me say
D.
hello
Lou.
to Miss Gail, Duval,
Hello.
excuse me, and Miss Mona. How y'all doing tonight?
Fine.
Good,
How are you?
We're all
excellent.
right.
Thank you for blessing us with your presence.
I'm a little sore. I was out in the yard cutting grass. We finally had
Mm.
we finally had a little dry day today, and so I did some cutting. I finally finished up around 9, and I still got about a half an acre to go.
Oh, my goodness. You must have a lot of land, dude.
My house sits on an acre and a half.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
And the grass is thick, so when the grass is thick, it knots up the blades. So it's just work.
Right.
Yeah, and when it rains like this, you can't get out to cut it. So it just keep growing. And even if you can cut it after you get a moment, you go back the next day, it rains again, it grows back. It's
Right.
vicious cycle.
Right.
Vicious
True.
cycle.
So true.
So the
Mike, I hope
last
it's
time I
supposed to
was
be.
on here, I know I heard you say, Miss Gail. I was like, oh, I need him to come back. I got a bunch of questions, so I'm back.
I am so happy you came back. Thank you so much for blessing us again. And
Oh,
I was trying to have a running my mouth and kind of got behind on the chat. I want to say hello to anyone that I didn't speak to. Jones Truth, I hope that answered your question. Just, Google that or talk to your people in Youngstown. Make sure they're aware of what's going on.
Right.
Thank you. She said, I will check it out and pass information on to my family just in case they don't know. Yeah. And make sure they pass it on to others. That's the only way this thing is going to work.
That's right.
We're going to have to just keep each other informed and don't just keep it closed in. Make sure we share out. Pee-wee's Crochet Corner, thank you so much for coming in, lurking and crocheting a pumpkin tonight. Oh, okay. Okay. When you finish, let us see it. Hello, YTFP, Chris. How are you doing? And I'm getting to Nifty's here. How you doing, Nifty? I didn't get a chance to speak. Sheila B in the house. Thank you. And thank you for those who going
Hello.
over to my channel.
Hello.
Everybody speaking to D Move, D Move, D Move. Hello. Yes, we got Mr. D Mood up in here. Who was that Mike talking about he got to sing it? What are you singing, Mike? You need to come up here and sing to everybody. Thank you for coming back, Jennifer. How's mom doing? She tell her we love her and get a good night's rest. Okay, I think I got to the bottom. So, D Moot, how is everything going over there in your garden? You said you cut your grass today.
I did. So I was going to do an updated video today. So I actually started planting on the 19th of June. And so my goal was to show 30 days from then, which would have been 19 July.
Mm-hmm.
But because of all the rain, I haven't been able to get out there. So today I was going to go out there and do the video. But I said, which one is more important, do the video or cut the grass? The grass was looking terrible. So I did it. But I disturbed my neighbors. They were really upset with me. My hawks.
Oh, your hawks. I was like, wait a minute now.
They couldn't hunt because I was out there cutting the grass, and they like to do their thing. And the male was just sitting up on a branch looking at me. I wish I should have took a video in, but I didn't have my phone with me. He was looking at me. He didn't say nothing. He was just looking at me like, I got you, bro. You disturbing me, but I got you. He didn't say nothing. He said something. The female, she was and she was flying by. So I'm thinking up in one of my trees, there has to be a nest because they did not want me where I was.
Right.
Right.
But like I said in the post that I did with the community one, I say nature, God is awesome because of the awesome things He does with nature.
Yes.
Right.
Isn't He awesome? I mean,
and to
really.
to predators and hawks mate for life. So just to see them, how majestic they are and how they just go about their business, and the male go do some hunting, she go do some hunting. But one of the things that I realized, like, compared to the male and the male is tiny. The female is huge.
Yeah.
That lets me know she's probably pregnant.
Yeah, more than likely. But then Mike says he has a hawk video. He said a hawk video. I think my squirrels ate it. Can a squirrel eat a hawk? Really? I don't think a squirrel can eat a hawk. That's not going to be a good fight right there for the squirrel. not from what I know about a hawk. But okay, Mike.
Well, I know a duck could take one down.
A duck?
I don't know. The two that I got in my yard, I don't know, because I saw them killing a squirrel, and the female, she put her talons and she grabbed his head, and the male grabbed his body, and they just ripped him in two. And they they finished him up real quick, like.
We have a duck and two chicken that walks the street, and the hawk was trying to get the chicken, and the duck killed the hawk.
Really? That's interesting.
Yep.
Mike says that's often nature. Females are usually bigger.
Bigger, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I did a few things this morning. My zucchini, and we as gardeners, we notice about zucchini. For some reason, zucchini, when they initially started coming in, they put nothing but male blossoms out for some reason.
Yes.
True.
Right.
Now, I'm getting females, but guess what? I don't have to pollinate it. No males. So they're aborting themselves, and they start shriveling up. So I don't like them shrivel up. So I cut them off, which fosters more growth.
Right.
I've had to I cut off two earlier today, and then I noticed I went back out around 9:15, and I saw some new ones coming in. I'm like, that was quick.
It's real quick. To even it out, if you have more males and no females, just take about a third of those males off, and immediately within 24 hours, it will start producing females.
And that's what I did. I just went ahead and cut it down.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah, you need to take out some of the males, and it'll foster more females. So I was checking on that, and I have a sugar baby, and when I do my update, I'm going to show it. But my sugar babies are coming. I got all these little softballs all over everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I only planted 4 seeds and I spread them out, and each one has tenderlines and vines going everywhere. And I've already counted 5 sugar babies. I've seen one Korean melon so far, one, but it's a start. So we'll see.
Korean melon. Now, what does that look like?
The Korean melon.
Yeah.
It comes in, it actually looks like a squash.
Oh, really?
What it looks like, it vines up like a squash, and then when the fruit comes in, it's green. It starts off small green, and it branches out, and it's all the way green, and like right before it becomes ripe, it turns yellow, and then it fades from a yellow to like an orange. So It's yellow orange, but you don't know it's ripe until you see those white lines. It has green lines on it. When those green lines turn white, that's your signal to go ahead.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes they'll get so ripe, they'll detach themselves from the vine.
Oh, so they're real sweet?
Yes.
Oh.
I had some, but I almost waited too late because I didn't realize they were small, and I was trying to wait for it to get bigger. Yeah.
They're the size of a softball.
Yeah.
To me, they're an individual type of fruit. It's kind of like it's kind of like a Minnesota midget melon. And I didn't make up that name, y'all. That's the name of the melon. It's called Minnesota midget melon.
I've seen that. Don't they sell that on Baker Creek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did I get mine? I don't remember where I got mine, but I got it. I mean, I got the seeds. I can send you some Korean and Minnesota midget. I got plenty of seeds.
Yay!
You
already
know I have your address, so
yes, I know you do.
Well, I'll have to email you.
Chris.
Okay.
Chris says you should be able to pluck and freeze the males and their pollen. So that means we can cut the males off, put them in the freezer. When we see a female, we could run in the freezer and pollinate it.
You could just put it in the refrigerator.
I've never done that.
Yeah, you can put it in the refrigerator.
I have questions. I'm waiting for an answer.
I would think the pollen would be destroyed if you freeze it. That's just me.
I would freeze it. I would just put it in the refrigerator. I have done that and just wait for some females to come, and you can pollinate from that aspect. But you put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the refrigerator. Make sure the refrigerator is cold enough, though.
Okay, I'll tell you what I've done. I've took Q-tips and I've coated it with the pollen and put those in Ziploc bags and put those.
Okay, and that's another way to do it. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So what if you put it in a brown paper bag? Like
as
you're
long
trying
as it's on
to
the refrigerator, you can. I've never done the brown paper bag, so I can.
Brown paper bag.
Yeah, but
brown paper bag is I use brown paper bag usually for ripening, but not for holding pollen.
Yeah. I mean, you can give it a try. So what was that Chris said?
Bad. Give it a try and tell us how it works.
Yeah, and then let us know. Do the brown paper bag method and see what happens.
So Mike, what did Mike say didn't work?
I know grows of certain plants that.
How long was it in the refrigerator, Mike? Like a whole year? Now you can't let it take up residency in the refrigerator, freezer, Mike. And just until you see the female flower.
I know Sheila B was saying that for some reason her watermelons aren't doing good this year. And I'm like that too. Every year that I plant watermelon, I just never have success with them. But I keep trying. And this year, in previous years, I normally grow 3 different varieties. I grow the Georgia rattlesnake watermelon, the crimson red watermelon, and the yellow watermelon. Mm-hmm. They look beautiful. Y'all probably seen my updates. I show these darn watermelons. They look great. And when I do everything everybody always says, when the tenderloin turns brown, go ahead and harvest them. Never works for me.
Well, what happens when you harvest it? Is it not done, or is it overdone, or? They're
either not done or they're rotten. I'm getting blossom and rot. So I even add calcium. I just don't have any success with watermelon. So I just
Me
I've had
either.
success with the sugar baby, but all the other watermelons, the big ones, no success.
That's the same with me. I've had plenty sugar baby, but never success with the bigger ones.
Yeah.
Never.
That sounds like they're not in enough soil or not getting enough nutrition, enough potassium. I'm a potassium person. What you say, Mona?
I was
Okay.
waving at Cassandra. Hey, Cassandra.
Hey, Cassandra
Hi,
South Florida Garden
Cassandra.
Dollars, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Sometimes there's a lack of nutrition. It needs something as to why
Yeah,
you're having that problem.
and 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 what I typically did, or I did it last year and I did it this year, I put a handful of fertilizer in there, and because I do with the watermelons, not everything else, but the watermelons every month I give them a handful of fertilizer, just straight to them. But because we already know they're big feeders, they are heavy feeders. I just so what I do is I think I'm a very smart gardener. I
Yeah,
try
yeah,
to use logic, and if something doesn't work, I don't beat my head up and keep trying to grow it and grow it. I just go with what works.
yeah.
And since sugar babies work for me, I believe in conservation of effort. Why am I wasting all this effort growing all this other stuff that I know is not going to work? So let me
Right.
grow what I know I will have success with. It's kind of the same way that I grow about my garden. My
Mm-hmm.
garden, I am only growing stuff that I'm going to eat. I don't have time
Right.
for experiments. I
Yeah.
did that in when I initially started gardening. I used to do the little experiments. I would plant exotic stuff, knowing that it's not going to come to fruition because of the temperature differences here.
Mm-hmm.
I only have a 4 month grow window. That's it.
Mm.
4 months is good though.
It is
Yeah.
for what I need. And so what I do is I understand now to maximize. I can stretch out my grow period, especially growing greens. So I tend to grow a lot of greens on the
Right.
front
Me
end, on the
too.
front end,
That's
and on the back
hungry.
end.
Yeah.
I
I'm
tell
on the
you, I tell
green
you,
thing too.
I tell you what I had last year. I had a sorry cucumber harvest. For some reason, my cucumbers wasn't doing so good. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna say that this year they coming in like gangbusters this
Green
year.
busters, huh? All right. Now listen, are you in the ground or are you in row beds? I'm gonna ask that question.
No, they're in containers.
Okay, in containers. Okay.
They're in 5 gallon containers, and they're coming in like gangbusters.
Hmm.
What are you doing with your cucumbers? I mean, you have and they
I
sell the cucumbers,
I pickle them.
huh?
I pickle them.
Oh, you're pickling them. Okay.
Yeah. What I
Okay.
did was I went to the Dollar Tree and I got the Dollar Tree variety. And the Dollar Tree, the pickling, America's pickling, I think they call them, those grow prolific. They're just crazy.
Oh
Now,
wow.
I had the Market 8, which are the salad ones,
Mm-hmm.
and
Is
I
it
had to
market
figure out how
more?
to get, yeah, the Market more. I had to figure out because sometimes it has that bitter taste to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. That means that it's gone too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I did this year, I just didn't do any salad. All I did was pickling. And my wife loves pickled. That she loves them.
Oh
So
wow.
I more so plant for her, like tomatoes. I don't do good with tomatoes. It doesn't work on my stomach. I have it's an astringent thing with my stomach. I can eat some, so I don't normally only do two types of tomato. I do a paste tomato, so I do a San Marzano, and I do cherry.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So this year, all I'm doing is cherry. I'm not doing nothing else. And cherry is abundant. And
Yes.
the one thing I like about cherry doesn't die off as soon as it starts cooling down. It keeps going and keep going until it just eventually, because it's indeterminate. It
Yes,
eventually.
indeterminate. Yeah. So that the Amish paste and San Marzano is a determinant, all right? Yeah. Most of your paste
Now,
tomatoes are
I
no.
saw one of your videos that you did the cloning, and I tried cloning last year for the first time, and it worked. At
Yes,
first,
it
I
is.
didn't know if it was gonna work, but it works.
Yeah.
But you know how I did it, Miss Gail? What I did was I cloned it on the plant itself.
Okay.
So when the side shoot came out, I got some dirt,
Mm-hmm.
or let me. it's the Jamaican in me. I always say dirt. Some soil.
It's okay. We know what you mean.
I got this soil in some water, and I packed it around the side chute and wrapped it with some sellotape. And you know, if with tomatoes, if you put any type of soil against it, it will sprout root.
You air layered it. You air layered it.
Roots on the hairs, that's roots.
You want to have a successful air layer, do that on a tomato.
Right. Once I have enough roots, I just cut it off and plant it back in the ground.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I've been doing. I hadn't said anything about it, but that's what I've been doing to some of my tomato plants. And I was looking at one that's out there right now. It's got the roots already coming out the side. You know, it's about yay high. All I have to do is pat some soil around it and take some cellophane, wrap it around it, put some foil on there, and leave it alone until, look, it's going to probably take 10 days. What? And
yeah.
Stick it in the ground.
Another thing that I do is every time you grow a tomato, there's always that one branch that wants to fall and hit the ground. So that one branch, what I do, I dig a trench and I push it down and cover it with dirt. It will automatically root. Once it roots, I just cut it from the mother plant, and now I got a new tomato plant.
You lay it flat, right, and then you let the top of the
all you got to do is be close to either. If it's not close to the ground, it could be up with a bunch of leaves and all kinds of roots is gonna come out. That happened to me. I was out there the other day, I chopped that tomato up because it's not, I only got one tomato off of the whole thing.
Wow.
That thing, the stem on there is that big around. I'm like, where's my food? It's taller than me. But it did get knocked over 3 times from high wind, rains, and stuff, and it is on the trellis. It's on the trellis, but it keep getting knocked over. All of them get knocked over.
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, now I went out there. So tomorrow when I go out there, I'm gonna have to go back to trimming again because the leaves is turning brown and all that other stuff. I will trim that thing all the way up, all the way up to the new leaves.
Yeah, we had that strong wind. I hate to see what's going on in my garden because it was looking kind of iffy when I went out there today before the rain. And I have some tomato plants that have not staked or poured up, and they're leaning out of the bag all onto the ground. So I have to go ahead and tussle with that tomorrow. Mike said he was candy roasters last summer. Oh, he's talking to Serena. Okay.
Yeah, I was having high winds before. Right when I was finishing up the grass, the winds were going crazy, but good for me that I had already staked everything up. But you know, still, even when you stake it up, it pushes the whole stake over, and so now your plant is like this, just leaning over to the side. So, but you know what? You can only do but so much, right?
Yeah, you do the best you can. I when I did today, and I didn't know that one of the branches had broken off of my pepper plant. It's on my last video I did today. I just picked it up and had about 4 bell peppers, so that it must have happened yesterday. So, and it was staked. I guess I didn't stake it well enough because I staked the bottom of it, tied it to the stake, but the top of it had a branch that was coming out like this, and it just fell off from the weight of the bell peppers. And then with the wind, and but
I have a chili plant that I grew back in 2020, and I harvested. I had a gallon bag of chilies. I had 2 chili plants, and I have all these chili peppers that I have been using since 2020. They're frozen. Every time I need 2 or 3, I just go get it out of the fridge. So I have 2 chili plants now out in the yard, and I'm hoping I can get a robust harvest. And I was like, so when you talk about preservation methods, if you freeze something, when you unthaw it, you're getting it at the same quality as when you froze it. One of the things I would tell people that are going to freeze things, if you're going to freeze stuff, do not wash it. How you pick it is how you freeze it. You wash it when you unfreeze it, because a lot of times the plant has a coating on it. If you wash it, you wash the coating off.
Yeah.
So just freeze it as is. When you're getting ready to use it, then you wash it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So imagine I've had peppers in there. I said 20. It's 24 now. That's 5 years, and they're still as potent as the day I put them in there.
Wow.
Whoa.
But, y'all hear me say the other night, I'm on the 5-year plan. So it's time for some new chili peppers.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So you're going to germinate some new ones, huh?
Yeah, I got 2 right now outside in containers. I got 1 in the ground and 1 in a container. So hopefully, knock on wood, it's July now. Hopefully by September I can get some chili, and that way I can retire the one in the fridge and put some new ones in the fridge.
Oh, okay. All righty. Sheila B is thanking you for that tip.
And one of the things that I would say to gardeners, if nobody has said that to you as a gardener, make sure you're growing some type of flower.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're welcome, Sheila B. Make sure you're growing some kind of flower. The reason why, because at first I used to always say, why am I growing flowers? I need to grow food, but you need to grow pollinators because you need to attract bees.
Yeah. And that's true, but I know I should put some other kind of flower in my garden outside of the flowers that's already out there for my food. But something's always flowering in my garden. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas in my garden. It's divided up, and something's always growing. So I don't put flowers out there because I have so many bees. I can't afford to have any more bees in my garden. I was allergic. And so I have the bees, and like I say, the blackjacks and all that other stuff, the wasps, everything, the dragonfly, everything that's out there without my putting flowers out there. But it's because I'm constantly growing things that flowers.
Yeah.
So today on the video, I just showed the blackberries. I get 2 seasons within 1 year to grow some blackberries. They're coming back. This is the time I get another flush of blackberries. So there's flowers over there. And I have blackberries situated throughout my garden. So there's flowers.
So
my neighbor has a tree of flowers, so I don't think I need to drop any seeds for flowers. I can use my stuff for other stuff. That it's a tree and it has big old flowers on it.
Wow.
Wow.
And
I have a lot of zinnias in mine. Zinnias, marigolds.
Yeah. I do marigold, I do tiger lilies and stuff like that. But the reason why you want to do that though is like your zucchinis and your squashes, the bees when they're flying they can't see it because they're down. The leaves cover from top, all those big leaves hide them.
Oh.
Now the zucchini and the squash, they have big yellow blossoms, but they have to see it to come pollinate it. So if you have pollinators to attract them, once they're down low, they'll see it and then they'll go for it. It's like me, I have hibiscus all over my yard. Hibiscus attracts hummingbirds. Now, one of the things that I've been keeping notes on and watching, bell peppers. I didn't notice that, but now I got it. Bell peppers attract praying mantis. The white blossoms on your bell peppers, if you start watching your bell peppers enough, you'll see praying mantis on them. Praying mantis.
That's right there, Sweet Thumb. That's it right there.
Was that he looked for perennial flowers that are also edible? That's
yes.
Nasturtium, those are edible.
Yeah.
I have a lot of butterfly blue pea. I have those. Yeah, I do a lot of edibles too.
Yeah, and I like marigolds because marigolds, a lot of pests don't like the smell of them. So I station them all around my garden so that the smell will keep there's 2 pungent smells that they don't like. So with my tomatoes, I always surround my tomatoes with marigold and basil, and it keeps them.
So you don't have any problems that way with the hornworm?
Every so often, I still get them, but for the most part, the smell keeps them away. And then because I station my my bell peppers close to my cucumbers and stuff like that, the mantis will jump from the peppers to the cucumbers, and they attack. They love eating hornets. The yellow jackets.
Oh, really?
They have a love-hate relationship.
Wow.
Them as quick as so. As far as my yellow jackets, my praying mantis keep them in check.
Wow, Grandma, you need to check your email.
What was Mike saying about somebody had seeds $1.25, no shipping? What seeds were those? I think Mike had posted it.
I didn't see that.
He must have did it on Miss Georgia
Okay.
channel.
Yeah, I'm on Miss Georgia channel. I don't see that.
You don't see it
Yeah.
either?
No.
He had
Mike, what you
posted
talking about
in
them
my
seeds?
gardener. Let's see if I could go back.
Mike's chaotic garden. I'm looking for. He says he. Oh, that's Serena talking.
Yeah, Mike, I do that too. My tomatoes and my cucumbers, they climb all the way through my marigold bush. They're all over there. Oh, he just put it up. He said mid gardener, 40% off on seeds.
Oh, okay.
That's M.I. Gardner.
Yeah, M.I. Gardner.
Right now has 40% off on seeds.
Yeah, that's what he got.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, you guys. There's a deal for you right there. And stock up on as many seeds as you possibly can. I'm telling you, it's getting kind of rough out there for a gardener.
You know what? You know what, Miss Gail? I haven't physically gone and bought any seeds in three years
Wow.
because I have all my seeds, and I have a seed rotation. Remember, I was talking the other night. I said 357.
Yes.
So I have seeds that I collected 3 years ago. So I know in 5 years I'm going to rotate those out. So every 2 years I'm collecting new seeds.
Okay, good.
And I label everything. So I have the 2020 pile in one container. I'll have the 2023 pile in one container, and I'll have the 2025 pile when that time period comes. So when 2025 comes, I know to get rid of the 2020 seeds. That doesn't mean they're not viable. It just means, okay, 5 years, moving on with them. And if somebody wants them, send them to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they tell you seeds are not viable greater than 5 years. That is not true. That's a lie.
No.
If you properly take care of your seeds, they will last a long time.
Yes, they will.
I gave my daughter and one of her friends a lot of seeds to get started in gardening, and they gardens done surpassed mine. They gardens are beautiful. They harvesting every day.
See?
And I gave them the majority of the seeds. Yeah. So I have to go start over a little bit.
Well, I do what you do, except for I don't have them in a separate container from my other seeds. So that separating is a good idea. That's a good idea.
Hey, the Dollar Tree is my friend. I go buy that shoebox plastic for $1.25, and it's kind of goes back to what I said. I am only planting the stuff that I'm going to eat. So I don't have like a bunch of different exotics. I got exactly what I got: bell peppers, I got cucumbers, I got my different chilies. I have my greens, my kale, my callaloo. I don't do cabbage, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't do cabbage. I used to do cabbage and broccoli. I can't get none for me. The green, them little green worms that the whitefly lay, they decimate them. So I just I'm all about working with nature, but if there's a way that I can save me some, that's fine. But if I'm constantly getting robbed without a gun, I got to give it up. I got to stop.
Let them have it. Okay.
And you know, the control method that I was using to control those pests was I would get up early in the morning, go out there and squash them. Then I tried the diatomaceous earth. Then I tried the soapy water. And I was like, you know what? I'm spending all this effort for a little bang. I just said, let me let that go. And so the one that the brachycid that I know that they'll go after is the kales. So I moved the kales in because I have a meshed in deck. So I put them in there so I know the whitefly can't get in there.
Right.
Now see, my kale and my collards never died bad. I still have beautiful kale and collards, but that cabbage and broccoli.
So you don't get attacked by the white butterfly and the eggs and stuff? Wow.
Not on my kale and greens, no.
Really? You're lucky then.
So they're concentrating on your broccoli and
I guess so.
No, so
I'm
you feel
concentrating
that.
on I'm concentrating on the green leafies, the kale, the callaloo, the mustard green, the horseradish greens. I have the horseradish, and most people use the horseradish roots. That's what they
Right.
use the horseradish. I grow my horseradish for the greens. What I have to
Oh,
do is make sure I take the heart of it out, the stem on the leaf. That's hot. I mean,
Yeah.
the whole leaf is hot, but
Oh,
the main stem part, woo, Jesus.
really?
what do
Yeah.
what do
All
it
thinking of horseradish.
what do it taste like?
It's a green. It tastes like a like a green, but
Oh yeah.
it's a spicy green.
So it's
Oh,
spicy,
okay.
spicy.
It literally makes your nose run. If you
Ew.
have
Oh,
sinus problem, it opens you up.
Yeah,
wow.
horseradish is very spicy. Mike says I might try
What's that?
growing cabbage with a wire basket covered with in mesh. Yeah, that's a
Yes,
good idea.
yeah.
Put a row cover over that, the mesh if you want to use the row cover. I mean the mesh. And he said he got 2 red cabbage that the butterfly is ignoring luckily. Well,
Yeah.
Sweet Bob says amaranth has been a good one to grow for the leaves.
Oh,
Because the pests, when the white flies are around and they're really super active, like they usually come around May, and then by about June, July, the eggs have hatched and the little green worms are eaten, so they can turn into white flies.
Right.
Well, the
Yeah.
main one that they go after is the red Russian kale, because the red
Oh,
Russian kale is the sweetest one. That's the one I like.
oh,
I like that one and the dinosaur kale.
dinosaur kale.
Yeah.
The curly kale is good, but it's not as sweet. It's more tangy. And if
But
you
they
want
don't
to
really attack the curly kale as much. Have you noticed that?
say again,
The white moth
no,
doesn't.
they don't. I got you. They don't.
And I think it's because of the way it's made, trying to find a good place to land. But if you really want to not be bothered with them, the curly kale is your best bet.
Yep.
But
But
anything flat,
right.
they
It's like my Jamaican callaloo. They do not mess with the callaloo. What messes with my callaloo is slugs and stuff like that.
what
But
does
I got
it taste like?
tricks for the slugs.
Okay, what's your trick for the slugs? Let us hear about it.
I do the cinnamon.
Oh,
Mhm.
just sprinkle
'Cause
around the base.
when they crawl into it, or I even use diatomaceous earth. When they crawl into it, it cuts them it's like glass. It just cuts them up.
Oh, okay.
whoa.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to go to the dollar store.
Well, they had a recall. They had a recall on some cinnamon, so that's the best way to use it. Jones Truth said, "I have a die-hard garden this year. Everything died hard." I couldn't even finish reading it.
Not die hard.
What's left? 2 watermelons, lemon, olive, and fig tree. All no fruit. Well, she just changed it before I can finish reading. All no fruit, but they are still growing. I'm so thankful.
Yeah.
Thankful for what you got. That's good.
That's right. That is so true. Thankful for what you have.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Beer's Black fig, the one I told you about. It's the only true dwarf fig. So I have it in a container, and it's small, but I also have it in ground because I wanted to see the difference as far as growth.
Mhm.
And the one in ground, it ain't that tall, but all it's doing is just pushing out new branches, but it ain't giving no fruit.
Mm.
Whereas my Chicago Hardy's is just prolific, it's loaded, and my brown turkey loaded.
Wow.
My brown turkey, I had a stick. Somebody sent me a little stick. It was probably yay long with both my fingers together. Now I have this tree that's almost 6.5 feet tall.
Oh wow.
In
That's right.
1 year of growth.
Hey,
Wow.
Robin.
And all I do
I need to go and replant mine.
all I do to mine is give it water. I don't no fertilizer, just water. But I have it in a location with full sun.
Okay,
And what is
we
that?
had someone to talk about the cinnamon.
Okay.
Are you saying 6 is back that you already knew about the recall on the cinnamon? There is a certain brand of cinnamon that is on recall. I can't remember what all was wrong with it, but I don't
It
think it
was
had.
something start with M, cause I had it. It was Morona or Moron something.
Well, it's probably okay
Romanesco?
to put in the garden for the slugs, as long as you're not putting it in your food to cook with. So you can still use it. But yes,
So it's okay in the garden.
yeah, it should be okay in the garden. Now, I'm just saying from my perspective.
Right,
I wouldn't cook with it and drink it or whatever. But you're trying to kill some slugs. So,
right.
you know, but
I think it was
researchers may say,
Morinda. I
hmm,
think Morinda or something like that.
it was some kind of Spanish, Hispanic name.
Yeah, I
It's so
can't
much
remember what
I
it was,
can't
but I
remember
know I
anything.
had
Did you see what Joe's Truth put about having a sense of humor in the garden?
Yeah.
She's so true.
Yeah, you gotta have a sense of humor out there, otherwise you will be very discouraged.
You,
You
you
know,
you would literally. I don't have much hair no more, but you would be ripping the hair out your head sometimes. And the reason being, you're planting, you're putting this so much effort in, and you're taking care of it, and it looks great, and then it's not great.
some. Right.
But I mean, everything is about trial and error. Because at the end of the day, at least we know how
All
to.
time.
At least we know how to grow something. Some people don't know how to grow
Something.
nothing.
That's
Right.
right. You
Right.
got something out of it.
okay,
Right.
And if
Sis Rose,
nothing
I
else,
see
you
it.
got some exercise
Yeah.
and some
Well, the
vitamin
thing
D.
about it, we're all still learning and we're always going to learn about gardening. Nobody is 100%. Nobody is the guru of gardening. And, when
Right.
the weather change and we think one year, this year is going to be the same as last year and God decides otherwise because God has a sense of humor too. So we just
Hey,
learn
Right.
to
hey, Miss
adjust.
Gail, I don't
We
mean to
have to
cut
learn
you.
to adjust. Stop
Miss
stop being upset because things didn't grow this year like they grew last year. It's okay. It's okay. Just make that
there's
adjustment. We all
there's
Right.
make an adjustment. And look, none of us is growing 100%. None of us, okay? So, and
there
I show you my stuff out there. Look, I have a
there
squash plant. I was hoping it would die. It did good, and I got some squash off of it. And when I turned my back, that squash, when it rain. Kale and clay is good. It is good, but you got to stay on top of it. And the days you can't get out there when it rains after that to put that stuff back on there, these insects know. They say, okay, she didn't come out here today. Let me go over there and do what I'm gonna do. And
Right.
so you can't be upset with that. So half the plant is dead. The other half I thought was gonna die. It's out there producing. I'm not doing
Right.
anything to it. It felt the wind blew it over on the ground. It's crawling on the ground just as busy growing. So it is what it is. You do the best you can, and that's all you can
Yeah,
do. Just have a backup
they
plan.
got more friends.
That's right.
Have
but
that ram in the bush.
but you know what though, Miss Gail, we have some channels that do gardening that really mislead a lot of people.
I know that.
When you see, I'm gonna give you a prime example of it. You can even look at the store, the supermarket. When you see the bell peppers that you grow, and then you see the bell peppers in the store, you like, hell, no way. They don't get that damn big. What are y'all feeding them? Just like there's some YouTubers on here got some monster stuff, and you like, wait a minute. I'm up here doing my stuff, and they don't look nothing like that. So that's why I always tell people when people ask me, I said, don't garden based on YouTube.
Right.
Garden based on what the hell you doing in your yard.
That's right.
People can facilitate information. You choose to use it or not.
Right. Take it with a
And
grain of salt.
don't be a sheep. You don't necessarily have to be a wolf either. Just be your own person.
That's
If
it.
the
Yeah.
information sounds good, like a lot of gardening that I do, I take a tips from everybody in here, right? But
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell you the channels that I really watch when I want to see something. I watch the Asian gardeners. They are no frills. They ain't doing no talking. They all about the business. I put seed here. I do this here. I add this here, and they get on and do what they got to do.
Some of them don't even say
don't talk.
anything. You just hear music.
That's right.
Okay, so
They don't
since
even
now
tell
that
you
you
what
brought
they
it up,
use.
now that I'm not the only one that watches this, so the stuff. Have you tried some of the stuff that they do? The way they doing it?
Yes, I have, and it works.
And it doesn't work. It does.
It does.
Okay.
Well, the channels I watch don't tell you
You
what
got
they're
me
putting in
excited
there.
now.
They just show you the stuff. They don't say what it is. You don't know what they are putting in there, what kind of soil. None of that.
This is what I say about me. My
Look
ego.
like the top soil.
I listen to everybody. There's a young lady that I follow. I've been following her for a long time, and her channel is Asian Garden to Table, and she plants a little bit of everything. And she'll initially come in and do an introduction. Hey everybody, blah 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 blah, and then she go about the business, and she's showing you what she's doing. I've used a lot of her techniques, and like when I made my own fertilizer, it was from the Asian channels that I watched. The only thing I wish I had, the only thing, is I had a cow. Boy.
Yeah.
If I had a cow, the way they make those fertilizers from that cow patty, and their stuff just takes off, because remember now, they're feeding their animals, so they know what their animals are eating. The reason why I stopped buying black cow, when I started doing the digging, and I'm like, okay, where's black cow? What are they feeding these cows to make these fertilizer or this compost? They couldn't tell you what they were feeding. They said it's against the law for them to tell you what they're feeding their cow. Because I wrote them and I asked the question. And if you're being that defensive about me asking you where you're feeding your stuff, I'm like, okay. That is like I told y'all the other night. You always have options. You have the option to say no, yes, or walk away.
Right.
Right.
So I did option 3. I just walked away. Because it's up to you what you consume or what you pay for.
That's right.
I watch DHD a lot. You ever watch him?
Which one?
DHD.
No, I've never seen that.
Okay. It's another one, Miss June
on
Instagram.
The skinny guy.
She's in St. Petersburg.
DHD.
This guy is an Asian guy that grows. He doesn't speak, and he doesn't. I think he's missing a cup of teeth, but he's a small, skinny guy, and he just shows you how he's growing vertically, mostly in buckets and stuff like that. That's him. Yeah, I watch him. But there's no talking. These people get millions of views, and they don't talk. Let us get on
that part.
Let us do a video and don't say a word. Y'all will chew us up and spit us out. But you go there and you watch their videos and be amazed by what they're doing, and they don't tell you nothing. They don't pick anything in the description.
I'm getting ready to do it.
And they don't open their mouths, and they get millions of views, and all of them not coming from over there in their country.
My thing is they use a lot of plastic, and
they recycle.
Okay, they recycle plastic, but the thing is, isn't that plastic getting into the soil to get into the
They don't have the same governing rules that we have.
If you're using BPA plastic like these, if you're using plastics that won't bleed into the soil, so the stuff that they're using over there is already regulated, so that they have to be BPA coated, or not BPA coated, don't have BPA, excuse me. So they because like one of the guys that I watch, everything he uses is not brand new. Everything is recycled. He uses milk cartons. He uses rice bags, and one of his amendments that he uses in his garden is rice husk. I didn't even know rice had a husk, but he has bagfuls of rice because they harvest rice from the rice paddies, and then when they harvest them, they put them through machines that take the husk off, and they go collect the husk, and he mixes it with soil, and that helps absorb water. And I'm like, there are so many different gardening techniques that are out there. Right. Yeah, Sheila B has it up there. Food scraps, soil, water bottles, rice husks. Yeah. There's a guy that I watch. It's called Anika's Terrace. He does all his garden on a rooftop terrace. He doesn't have soil. He's on concrete, and he
Yes.
literally builds all his soil, and he trestles everything,
Right.
and he plants everything.
Is that
I
on
watched him as
Instagram
well.
also?
I don't know nothing about Instagram. I do not have that platform. I ain't
I
lost
think
nothing.
it's on Instagram.
I haven't seen it on Instagram.
I know it's on YouTube.
I
But
watched a lot
the
of
glamour
videos.
planners say they have limited resources also, and they spray paint their vegetables. Why? Ew. Do they spray paint them so that it'll be appealing so when you see them it looks good?
Mhm.
I'm kind of stuck on that one right there. And I don't know about spray painting the vegetables.
I believe some of
What was that? This gal said that again about spray? I missed that.
The glamour planner says they have limited resources. Also, they spray paint their vegetables.
no, Serena, I don't use the Seed Time app.
Glamour, you need to explain. You got some.
Yeah,
explaining.
I don't know what that one means. Now, is that the one they're talking about? They're selling in stores, because I know the garden channel, they don't plant nothing.
Mike said he learned to grow in water bottles from them, and he still do it.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah, I
few
brought in
things that
water
they
bottles
grow
before.
in plastic that I want to try. I got a 5-gallon water thing that I wanted to try and do that little method that they got. I want to try it. I really do. Turn
I
that thing
seen one.
upside down and is wick water up to it. See, that's my issue here, is because we have a lot of drought. So by wicking the water up, I do have pots that have gallons of jugs in the bottom, and I got a pipe that's going into one of the bottles, and I pour it in there and fill it up until the water comes out on the side. That's feeding the roots. Watering is watering and feeding the roots, instead of on top, is on the inside. You know.
Yeah, I've done the milk
No,
carton.
Serena, no. Don't nobody do Seed Time app. No. Don't nobody even know about Seed Time app.
I don't.
I don't know what that is.
We not
Right, I know.
Okay. Okay.
So we got Glam. She's gonna be ringing the doorbell in a second. Mike is talking about if you guys remember the hashtag trash can pepper and hashtag 5-gallon hydro grow
Trash can, pepper,
hydro challenge.
I couldn't do that one. I couldn't get in on that one. I done tried everything else, but I couldn't get the understanding of that one.
That's a lot of work for me, but my interest had fell off, but I'm thinking about trying it. I wanted to see how they was doing it before I did it, but I seen some 5-gallon buckets they got at the orange store. They got 5 of them for like $100 and something, and I'm like, 5-gallon, and they got the word you can attach this thing to it for the water to circulate the water and stuff.
Oh, okay. So it's already made?
It's already made. It's 5 of them attached.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I thought you were just talking about the bucket.
Huh? At the orange store.
And what is this contraption called?
It's the hydroponics.
At the Orange Box store.
Yep.
Already made up.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
You know what? I'll send it to you right now because it's show on my
Mona.
Yes.
Send it to me too.
Jones Truth wants to come up, Mona.
Mona, have you ever seen my hydroponic setup?
No, I have not.
I have a video on my channel, and I use 5-gallon buckets. All you need is the 5-gallon buckets and the 5-gallon bucket lid, and drill the holes so you can put I grow in the wintertime indoors. I grow greens and bell peppers, and yeah, that's about it.
Oh wow.
And I don't use no hydroponic solution, no nothing. All I simply use is garden scraps.
You got it, Jones.
Oh, awesome. That's what I need to know.
We need to look at that video, Jones, too.
System
That's what you put in the bucket?
Excuse me?
That's what you put in the bucket?
So what I do is I take soil.
Hello.
I take garden scraps. I take banana peels. I may add maybe a tablespoon of 511.
Okay.
I mix that up and I let it sit outside in the sun for a week, so that way it becomes concentrated. And then once it's concentrated, I take a mesh and I pour it off so all the stuff is out of it, and I let it sit out and get that solar energy from the sun, and then I just let it sit because it's concentrated. And then I mix it down for the solution. So I put 4 gallons of rainwater in the bucket with 1 gallon of that mix. And then all I do is I get my starts, put it in, and let it do its business. And the roots just suck up the solution.
Oh,
Let me jump in
wow.
here right quick. Yes, Cassandra,
Okay,
we
let
do
me get
have
this
light
right.
here.
Let me get it right. So
Yeah.
I have to go back and you say all I got to do is drop my food scraps in there.
No, not in the stuff that you're gonna grow. You're making up the solution.
Oh, so make the stink juice and pour the stink juice in there.
Right. But you want to dilute it because that stink juice is gonna be concentrated. So you might want to figure out what do you want to make your dilution in. Me, I do a 4-to-1. I do 4 gallons of rainwater, 1 gallon of the stink juice.
Okay. And you put it in.
That will be inside your house. You don't want your house stinking.
No, it's gonna be outside. What you talking about?
Oh, okay. Oh, you talking about for outside. I'm talking about
Stop it, baby.
You don't have flies? What you call them, gnats?
Oh.
Okay. See, Mike saying that she's talking about buying it pre-made. I'm telling you how to save money from buying it to making
your solution.
Yeah.
But you don't have gnats?
Do I have gnats? Is that what you asked me, Duval?
Yeah.
No, because there's no soil. The gnats go into soil. They're not going to go into liquid. They're drowned.
That's why a lot of people do a hydroponics so that they don't have to deal with the gnats.
Right. The soil the soil is what breeds the gnats. Most of them have their eggs in there, and they keep populating inside the soil. They don't populate it in water. They don't populate it in any kind of solution. They get in solution, they drown.
Mona, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, let me ask this. Go ahead.
I need to just do my hydroponics during the winter instead of doing the starts in the soil.
Right, that's what I do. And another trick that I've done is during the winter I start my hydroponics with like my peppers, so they go all winter in solution, and then in the spring I take it.
I don't know what would be happening when you come over here.
I think it's a walkie.
Okay, because she okay, go ahead, D-Move.
Somebody was asking a question before. Somebody was asking something.
I was going to ask the question. My only question was going to be, what would you say the biggest challenge with hydroponic gardening is?
You talking about for me?
Yeah.
I can't think. I'm trying to think of one to tell you. I can't think of one. As long as you make your solution to feed whatever you're growing, there really is no challenge. Not for me, not that I've seen. And setting up your light system. That's another one. You got to set up your light system. Miss Gail, Miss Georgia Peachut, she had a video where she did one with water bottles and broomsticks and play sand, and so that's the one I use. And the way I did it was with a shop light, so you can lower your light as the plant grows. You elevate your light, and it's directly shooting on the plant. Now, in my system, I drilled 5 holes in the cover, so they're small holes, and so the plant just literally comes through the hole, right? and I have mine in what you call net cups. Like, give me a second, real quick.
So, Miss Gloria, do you have videos of you doing your hydroponics in using water gutters? Because I sure have one sitting there ready to be used for something.
I think that might be a good option to me, so I don't have any more diehard gardens. Because 2 years, well, last year gardening was better. This year, the sun, nothing. That's it. The sun just ate it. But plus the fact I had to go out of town for 11 days. So what little was surviving just went ahead and gave up the ghost. I was shocked to see I still had 2 nice little watermelons growing.
Wow.
So this is what I grow it in. These lava rocks.
Hold on. I'm over here stretching my eyes when I need to be doing
Can you see this? Can you see it? These rocks.
Hold on. Where'd you go? Oh.
You moved me over to the other corner. Okay.
I didn't mean to move you. Hold on.
There you go.
That's what I meant to do right there. Okay, yes.
So I put them in the lava rocks, and then the lava rocks go into these net cups.
Yes, I have that. Yes.
And the roots come out, and the roots go down into the solution. So in actuality, these sit right on top. All you got to do, I have a video on my page where I show you how I set the entire thing up.
Okay.
Now you don't use a pump?
Excuse me?
You don't use a pump?
I do use a pump.
Okay.
I use what do you call that pump now? I can't think of the darn thing. A fish tank pump. Go to Wally World and get you a fish tank pump.
Okay.
Hey, David.
Pump will pump oxygen into the soil roots. It's just my hydroponic system is as basic as you get. Can go, not complicated. Try it if you want. If you know, it's just keep your life simple.
Right.
It works. It worked for me, and I've been doing it now. This will be my 3rd year.
So now, do you transplant out, or you just let it continue growing there?
No, I transplant out in the spring.
Okay.
So what I do is during the wintertime, as it's growing, I'm eating. I'm picking the leaves. I'm picking the peppers. I'm eating. But as the fall starts, I start transitioning to putting them outside. So what happens, especially with my peppers, I'm ahead of the game. Mm-hmm. So when everybody is waiting to get bell peppers and all the other, I'm already getting peppers because it's been growing the whole winter.
Thank you, Jane Doe.
Yeah, I did that with the winter indoor gardening, and I have some peppers that are just now actually producing. But I have some that I did last year, never died back. They've been producing through the whole last summer, winter, all the way through this year, and they still producing.
Yeah, peppers are perennial. A lot of people don't know that. People just get rid of their peppers. Hey, Mona, can you put my channel up there? Or whoever.
Yeah.
Peppers are perennial, so they'll grow as long as they have the environment. They'll keep growing. What I used to do was when I had them outside, I would root them up and cut the bottom roots off, wash the soil off, and switch them to another medium, just so they would keep over the winter, and just add a little bit of water so they get some soil, and then once the fall, retransition back.
Hey, David.
Thanks, Mike.
See, I never did change
showing up. I don't know if y'all saw the video.
Hey, David.
Huge. I mean, I had them like that last year too, though.
Oh yeah.
My bell peppers and peppers I grow really well, and They're so big that they're breaking branches off.
Oh wow.
They're very prolific.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Yeah. And I go out in the evening, so I don't really get a chance to really see them because they blend in with the leaves. Next thing I
Right.
know, they're falling over. And when the first one that fell over, I showed on the video, they were huge. They were huge. Don't know what I did.
Wow.
I know what you did.
What?
You put that stuff on it.
I put a hurting on them. That's what I did. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, okay. Okay. Look, they was liking what you was giving it, and then it had all that rain.
Yeah. And see, I
Right,
water every
right.
day. I water every day. Your vegetables got it had and your fruit has to have that water. Because that's mostly what it is, water, fluid.
Okay.
So, is that Glam down there?
Yeah, she been here.
Well, no, she wasn't here when I
Yeah,
left.
she had. You was gone. She was when you got up and walked away. She came up.
Didn't I say she wasn't here when I left?
Hello, beautiful.
Hey,
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 Dr.
darling. Hi,
hey,
precious.
Stephanie.
everybody. Hey, everybody
Hey,
in the chat.
Hi.
We were talking
So
about
I was
something.
saying, I was agreeing with you guys about watching the other channels. I do love watching all different kind of channels that are gardeners, homesteaders, gardener, whatever it is that they do that's in the garden. Recently, I've been obsessed with African gardeners.
Okay.
There's a lot of farms and stuff in Africa that grow. When I talk tomorrow about the lemongrass, I'm going to mention a couple of the African channels that they basically grow lemongrass. But what happened is Dimu was right. I was talking about some of the farmers that do grow fruits and vegetables, and because they grow it out and they pick it out of season when it's not the season for it to be ripe, they spray paint them. And he's right, and that is the farmers and ones that sell to big box chains and things like that.
Oh.
What they
So I was
spray
saying that,
painting
but there's
with?
plenty of videos showing it.
They're
Oh
spray
wow.
painting with what? Now, not paint.
Yeah, it's paint. It's basically a paint, a food coloring paint, a dye that they
So it's an
use. So,
edible
for
food color.
instance, I found out that a lot of the soursop we're buying in a grocery store is not ripe or out of season, and they spray paint it green so that they can sell it in the stores. But we see it all the time. I did videos on it where even in the grocery stores, there's something about even their lighting that when you're in there, the food looks so right, the fruit looks so right, and then when you step outside, it's a whole
It
different
looks
color.
don't look
Or
right.
you give it a couple seconds and the color done faded off of it.
Right.
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 So they're not the only ones that spray painting food wherever they're getting it from. So that's why, like you always say, Georgia, grow your own food. It's
Yeah,
important. And with
you
these
know.
videos coming out showing how toxic the food is with them spray painting with these dyes and things like that, they're going to force you to grow your own food.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, at my little, two Sundays ago, I say, one of the young ladies that was at dinner with us was talking about how she went into the grocery store,
Hi,
bought some
G Mama
strawberries,
Bro.
and she bought something else. She came home and she washed them and put them in the sink. She washed them in baking soda. An hour later, she came back into the kitchen and everything was dying. I said, because you washed the chemicals off. And
My
just
Right.
that
strawberries is like that every time. There's
yes,
not a strawberry that I have bought that didn't the color did not fade. When you're trying to wash off that the herbicide and the chemicals that's on it.
Right.
yep, and that APEL appeal and all
Yeah,
that other stuff that they're putting
absolutely,
on there. You wash it
absolutely.
off and it starts dying because that's keeping it alive. It is in your environment, in your house, subjected to your condition, and it's out of the refrigeration.
Out of the grocery store. Yep.
I have,
They
do I
oh,
have,
and they showed how there's a video on Instagram. I know Dimu, you're not on Instagram, but on Instagram there's a video of a guy who shows that how you go and it's the food supposed to be organic, right? That spray that's spraying on the fresh vegetables. They said there's chemicals in it to keep
Oh
it
wow.
those colors so that when you take it home, it stops spraying those chemicals on it, and it will change color on you.
Mm.
It is a chemical to keep it alive or looking fresh for you while you're in the grocery store.
Hi, G Mama.
Huh? Hold on.
Yeah, I'm saying hi to G Mama, but I hear an echo when I talk, and I don't know why.
But you know what's
Oh, that's
strange?
you?
Living here in Mississippi, I bought a lot of fresh vegetables and things from the farmers market, and maybe it's because there's a lot of farming going on down here. But I'm just listening from what you were saying. I'm beginning to think they're only doing select vegetables. In other words, the further they ship it, the stuff, the more they want it to look fresh. Because I wash everything. I mean, it's going to go in some baking soda and water and
Right.
everything. And I've never had the problem with the dyes or anything coming off here where I am. All I'm saying is that could possibly be because the further they ship, because even the prices are different. When I went home, we pay like $6 and something a can for salmon. In Ohio, it was $10 a can. So
Oh,
I think
wow.
it depends on how far they're shipping it and how, because a lot of things are being transported by truck. So just to try to preserve it, I think that's where it was going, because there's a lot of thing up there. It just didn't look right to me. I've been in
Right.
Mississippi so long, and I'm so used to really good fresh stuff. So when I went to Ohio, I wasn't really quick to buy. What the grapes looked old, the cherries looked rough. It just didn't look right.
Mm-hmm.
But you're comparing a grocery store, grocery chains to farmers markets. When I go to the farmers market, I don't have that problem. The food is
Yeah.
fresh. I know that I have to eat it within that week. It's not really lasting that long unless I freeze it or dry it or something like that. That's different from the box chain stores.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this:
I
most of
turn
your
in my TV.
most of your peppers, most of your cucumbers, your zucchinis and stuff in the store, they're covered with wax
Mm-hmm.
because it's supposed to appeal to the consumer. So they're trying to make it pop. It's supposed to look sexy, look good. You got to understand
And right,
a lot of the products that we eat are shipped green.
Yep.
What they
Right.
do is while it's being shipped to you, inside those box containers that is coming in, they're pumping in ethylene gas in there. Ethylene gas is what naturally comes from apple
Thank you.
and bananas. That's why if you bring something, that's like me. If I harvest something out in my yard, I put it in a brown bag with a banana because bananas give off ethylene gas. So
Oh,
if a lot of stuff that's shipped is shipped green, just
Mm-hmm.
think about it. If they were shipping ripe stuff, it would go bad by the time it gets to you. Me
Mm-hmm.
having lived in different countries,
what
I
do you
lived
mean
in
by green? You got to clarify what you mean by green, because a lot of times
green,
they ship food that's not ripe yet, so they can ripen in the
green,
process that it gets to you.
green meaning not ripe.
Okay, thank you.
Green meaning not ripe, and they pump the ethylene gas in it. So by that time, it starts the ripening process. So that's why you notice if you go, sometimes you go to the store to go get banana, the banana looks tinted yellow green. It was green. They just pumped the gas to artificially make it start green. That's why I only buy organic bananas. And with a catch, I'm gonna tell you why.
Mm.
Because I was in the military, I lived in different countries. I lived in Korea for a while. I lived in Germany for a while, and I visited France and a bunch of different countries. In the Asian countries, because I can speak of Korea because I lived there.
All
They
right.
will not buy fruit if the fruit is not
Thanks,
like,
Django.
if it's not mashed, if it doesn't look like um, animals ate it, they're not touching it because they know. Okay, let me tell you. Growing up in Jamaica, how we knew fruit was ready was when the birds started eating it. If the birds weren't eating it, we weren't touching it.
Didn't want it.
Right.
oh wow.
So consequently, and where did we get that from? We got that from the motherland, from Africa, because that's how Africans do. They watch what the animals eat, and that's what they eat.
What they eat. Okay.
But now we're in the Western society where they tell us eat this because we did whatever we did to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so because everybody sees everything that looks pretty, they just automatically assume pretty means good.
Right.
Whereas me, because of where my background and where I was raised in the islands and being around different cultures and seeing that if the like, you know, when a banana is starting to ripen, it's starting to get a blemish, apples gets a blemish, that's natural, that's good, that's natural. It goes bad. I'll give you a case in point because I bake. And I'll bake my wife a bread or whatever. If I bake a bread, I literally bake it. I know all the ingredients go in. The bread will not last a week. It will go bad.
Right.
So how is it that you're buying a bread in the store and it's lasting a week or better?
More than a week?
What are they putting in it?
That stuff?
I think a lot of times we're not asking ourselves those questions. But unless you've done something yourself, you will never know. And like I said, I was under the delusion until I started baking my own bread. And I was like, wait a minute, this thing, and you start like, and when I bake anything, I don't use animal products. I don't use eggs. I don't use butter. I use coconut oil. So, or not coconut oil, but coconut oil or grapeseed oil. I stay away from animal fats because animal fats make your stuff go bad quicker, and it's not good for you anyway.
Right.
So I'm not anti-animal. I eat animals. Let's get that out of the way.
So you eat animals?
I eat animals.
Oh, okay.
But I mean,
But you won't eat no raccoon.
I was getting ready to clean that up. I am restricted to. I eat chicken, turkey, fish. I do not eat red meat. I have nothing against red meat.
You do the wild.
And it was funny because when I joined the army, my mother was worried. She's like, I don't know how you're gonna make it. You don't eat meat, So guess what? When I went to basic training, there was sometimes I went to bed hungry because I just didn't eat some of the stuff that they fed me. I just didn't eat it.
Well, they was making me go to bed hungry. They said I was overweight. So once I get a couple of bites, they come take my plate. No, you laughing, but they did do that to me.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, I was skinny when I went to basic. So, I mean.
So they was taking my food and giving it to you.
Yeah, I saw that. I'll never forget. That's why I don't eat chocolate now. I got traumatized in basic training about chocolate. What happened was, I had a guy in my basic training. His mom sent him you know how they send you the care package, and he was rotund. And drill sergeant was like, "You don't get to eat none of that crap." And so he called the 5 of us that was the skinniest. Now, how do they know? Because they have all your particulars. They know what your height is. They know what your weight is. And drill sergeant just went down the roster, looked at the roster, and he called out the 5 guys in our basic that was the skinniest. I just happened to be one, and he put us right in front of the whole platoon, and he said, "Y'all go ahead and eat this." Right, and then he put old boy right in front of us, and we was in there eating his brownies, eating his chocolate, eating his cookies. And that day, that was September of 1988. I do not eat chocolate. I do not eat chocolate because of that. I was physically sick. I had to go on sick off. I was sick. But because you don't know,
right.
That was back in the time where you could eat from people and not have to worry. I didn't know his mama.
Right.
You know what I mean? All I know was I was picked out because I was skinny. Go eat this. Like, what the hell?
Right.
It was good going down, but then it had to come through the other end, and it didn't work out.
I wonder what she did that for.
She kept him fat and jolly. You ever know, we as parents, we try to keep our kids happy. And so he's away from home. He's in a stressful environment. And what was his comfort food? Chocolate.
Chocolate.
So his mama made him brownies and sent him
brownies and some chocolate chip cookies.
And drill sergeant was like, I'll never forget my drill sergeant. That's back in the politically non-political correct time. He said, You a damn fat body. Your ass ain't eating none of this.
Yep. That sounds like it. Look.
Well,
Hey,
chocolate,
nowadays, if you were to say something like that, they want to cancel you. They want to put you under the floor mat. But back then, 1988, people said whatever came to their head.
Well, I was in before then, so you can
But you know what was funny?
What's that?
He was standing tall when we were graduating in October.
I know he was.
And he was 30 pounds lighter.
I know he was. They made him one of them guards too, right? Didn't he have a vest?
Yeah, and you know what was funny? His mom came to graduation and she's like, "Oh my God, y'all starved my baby." No, they made a man out your baby. You was babying his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, chocolate is my comfort food, but I've replaced processed chocolate with cocoa powder and some other things like that. I'm lactose intolerant. I don't use milk. I've had substitutes, so I still eat chocolate, but I eat it in a more healthier way. Because I'm sorry, chocolate is my comfort food. What can I say?
When you say you replace it with
I love chocolate covered paydays.
What?
How do you prepare it? If you
Believe it or not, I was evidently I had to be bored this day because I was watching shorts and they came across this recipe for chocolate mousse using using something else. I can't remember. It was like 3 ingredients. It wasn't cottage cheese. It was something else. But anyway, I tried it. And I'll be doggone if it wasn't good. So I did that. And I only did it once. That's been a while ago. But I mean, there are better ways you can replace. You can use coconut milk. Well, the only way I eat anything chocolate now is there's a ice cream, and I know it's probably got preservatives in it, probably, but it's made from cocoa milk, coconut milk. So I'll eat that once in a while. But as far as just going grabbing just chocolate candies and all that other, no, I don't do that anymore. But
it's like I make my wife ice cream. I make her rum raisin ice cream. I use Jamaican white rum and raisins and cream of cocoa, and that's it. I just whip it, put all that stuff, and then I freeze it. No sugar. That thing tastes so good. But we be up in here buzzed off our brain because we be high on raisins. Because the raisins soak up the rum. Okay. So it's all in there. Where did what's her name? Is it Glamour?
Glamour Planner.
Yeah, she probably got bumped or something. She'll be back.
Yeah. I saw a video that she did a short, and I wanted to know if she had the whole video. She was making natural bug juice, but I didn't know what was her portions. I know she had lemongrass, she had mint, she had basil, she had calendula and something else, but I didn't know what she did with it. Did she pulverize it? Did she boil it? It left me wanting. You know what I'm saying? You throw a video up there, give me some more context. I mean, so I was gonna ask her that when I saw her, and I just saw her.
Did do a video.
I did. I went on her page to look, but I didn't see it.
Yeah.
God Desire said it was a bug repellent.
Yeah, I know what it was, but what I'm saying is, I wanted to know, did she got all the ingredients? Did she boil them down and then strain them? Because I make a natural bug repellent, but I don't use what she does. I use all different stuff. There's a couple of things similar that we use, but my stuff, I get them.
You say you get them even if you have to get them early in the morning.
I get it. I get out at 30 in the morning, and the mosquitoes be acting like they bringing the lunch pail. They get up when I get up, and they be out there with me. I can't.
Then you don't want to come to the Delta. My only bug repellent, insect mosquito repellent I use is jojoba oil and shea butter, and it works
Oh.
real good for me.
Oh, okay.
I do not get bit because if I don't use that, they use me for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then the midnight snack. So, and because these mosquitoes in the Delta, they almost sting. You know when you get bit.
It hurts.
So,
Yes.
yes, it hurts. And so I accidentally discovered that because I use shea butter anyway. This particular time, I just want, and I didn't get bit. So that's all I use.
Gloria.
Well, listen, how do you do that jojoba oil and shea butter? Do you melt it down or you put it on your body to?
Yeah, I tend to. Well, what I did with mine is I let it get real soft. Sometimes if you set it out or whatever, or you can melt it down. But then I just put it. Well, I use my Ninja. I threw that stuff in that Ninja and just I took, I guess maybe about a pound of shea butter because I had the real tall glass, and I took. And I just kept pouring in enough jojoba oil. I just wanted it a smooth texture, a nice smooth texture, not too stiff because it was still going to harden back up anyway because shea butter tends to do that. But but in the mixture, I had it like a nice smooth texture, and then put it out there, stuck it in a jar, let it harden back up, and I was good to go.
So you let it sit, and that's your repellent. You don't put it on your body.
Oh no, I use it on my body.
Okay.
That's for my body. That's for them darn mosquitoes that love me so much.
You use it like a lotion.
From my head to my toe. This is going on there. I found that to be the best repellent for me. Now, I think the reason why some things don't work for other people because all of us, we're different. And see, my thing is I'm allergic to fragrances. You can't. I've been around people who wear fragrances and it literally chokes me. I have never been to a nail salon because the smells would kill me. So what I do is, so I stay away from that. And shea butter does not have a loud smell. You can barely smell it. So that's what I use. I can't use perfumes, colognes, nothing. It sucks, but there it is.
It's ironic you say that. Like me, aerosols is mine. Aerosols will literally choke me out. I cannot be in a room where somebody sprays like an aerosol, like any kind of aerosol. Like I have clippers. Like if I shave or I do my hair, when I use my aerosol, which has antimicrobial, antiviral spray to make sure I don't infect my own self. I have to open up all the windows. Something about that aerosol gets in my windpipe in my throat. Game over.
Yeah, and see, that's me. Aerosols, colognes, fragrances, anything with a loud smell. Because I went into one of the stores, to sell all the farm equipment, that store, and I was standing there talking to the lady, and this guy walked by me. And when he walked by me, all of a sudden my nose started burning. I'm thinking, because I couldn't really smell it. Then he walked by me again and he stopped and said hello. I had to back up. I started backing up out the door. And I was like, and then wouldn't you know it, I was getting a lot of soil. And that's who they sent to help me get the soil to my car. So I'm trying to be polite. So I'm trying to figure out which way the wind blowing because I'm going to stand downwind. I'm going to stand upwind or whatever it is from this guy. And I literally, my eyes were burning. I was choking. I was coughing. And my son knew as soon as I got, he's like, you done got hold to something that smells loud, didn't you? I was like, that guy right there. So, but I can't, and people get offended, and I do and I can't. It's not my fault, and I don't fault them for what they want to wear. God bless you. I'm a little envious that you can wear the stuff, but don't get upset if I can't get close to you. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I have to back away.
Listen, it's something I used to tell the guys that work for me. The life you save will be your own. Damn, you're offended. If something is going to have a reaction to you, save your own life. Yeah. You can be polite when you're alive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, Miss Gail, I saw on one of your videos a while back that you had like a whole gang of water in your front yard. Do you still get that?
Yeah, we have heavy rains, probably something out there now. Sitting.
I was saying she got a swimming pool all out in the front yard.
Yep, I certainly do. Y'all
Guess
come
what?
up anytime and go swimming.
I got a swimming pool in my backyard. We get it in my backyard.
Ours is almost a half an acre of water sitting.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's what the frogs. I can go if I go out there now. It's gonna be frogs singing, all kinds of things chirping and singing in that water out there until it dries up tomorrow. Hopefully, it'll take it a couple of days to go away. Yeah, we have.
Yeah, because I remember I was watching one of your videos and you were going around the yard, and I was looking. Cause what do I tell you? People always looking in the background. I was looking.
Right.
You know, I'm turning my head. I'm trying to look through you. I'm like, what's going on back there? And I saw that water. I was like, whoa. I said, the next time I see her, I'm going to ask about that swimming pool, how long she done had it.
Yep. Just when it rains, that's when it comes. It's a dip right in there. And I think when we first moved here, it wasn't like that. But when you continuously till your soil,
Yeah.
it links, and that's what happens. You get.
I know right now my ground is saturated. You know how I can tell when my ground is saturated? I have mushroom everywhere.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen over here. I'm gonna have mushrooms everywhere.
Yeah, I have some now.
Kinds of mushrooms.
Well, we have a couple of old tree stumps in the yard. And I went out there one day, and I mean, the whole thing was covered with mushrooms. I'm like, good gravy. That's, you know, so they're there.
Yellow colored mushrooms. I don't know what that's all about. Of course, we don't bother any of it, but I just noticed the color yellow.
Yeah. Yellow, and then it turns orange. Look like
I guess so. I haven't been back out there to look at it. I stayed away from it, but I just realized you don't usually get yellow mushrooms. So I don't know.
Yeah, I have some of those
in my yard.
Hey, you see what Mike put up there? Covering stink with stink just makes more stink. That he tells no lies. That's true. There's some people that you walk by them and you like, damn, did you just empty that whole bottle of cologne on yourself?
Yeah, they did.
What the hell's going on?
My mother said if you cover funk with cologne, you just got funky cologne. So you just got
people maybe they don't want to wash, but they just throw that cologne on because they think that's gonna cover up the fact that they stink.
Right.
That doesn't get it.
Covering stink with stink just makes more sense.
Yeah,
Georgia,
I mean, that just
Miss
makes for an awful smell.
Miss
And I
Peach
can't
Nut.
hide my expression. I cannot hide my
Miss Peach
expression.
Nut.
If you smell it bad, you're gonna see it on my face. And I don't want to. If you're smelling something, that's like when you smell things, especially bad smelling things. That's bad bacteria in the air. If you can smell it, you're inhaling that into your system, and it get in your throat, and you can smell it almost the whole day. Who wants to go through that?
It's ironic. I was talking to another YouTube gardener earlier, and we were talking about BBLs. And I've seen a couple of videos people were talking about BBL and smell. And I was like, that's nonsense. So me and my wife went to the casino, and we had two young ladies pass us that had BBLs. And I'm gonna be vulgar, but they passed me, and they literally smell like shit.
Oh my! I can believe it. I can believe it.
And so I was asking one of their friends, I was like, "What's going on here?" And she said they're trying to get used to it by reaching, but the dumbasses won't take the claws off. They got them long ass fingernails.
Yeah.
And so my thing is anybody telling them that they can smell them, or y'all lying to their face?
And that gets it under your
They're
nails.
probably lying to their face.
Nails. You got them long fingernails that stretch from one city to the next, from one state to the next, and then you go use tissue and try to wipe your behind, and you really wiping your butt with your fingernails. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
I've been told that I'm too direct and too forward, but I'm sorry if you stink. I don't want to embarrass you. I would never say it in front
out
of other
loud,
people,
but you use
but
text.
I would pull you to the side and say something. I have a friend. She's very heavy over. She don't have a BBL, but I went to her house And I'm at as soon as you open the door, God dog. So I went, and I mean, she's having problem with walking and stuff. I'm like, what is going on in here? She's like, what? Because she kind of walked by me. I was like, no offense, but why do it smell like poop in here? And she was like, oh, well, see, I'm having problems. I was like, having problems or not, you need to take care of that. I said, because as a friend, please do not go out in public smelling like that. I said, because I'm your friend. I'm telling you to your face. The public gonna embarrass you. They don't even care. So do something. So I would rather tell you in private and maybe possibly hurt your feelings a little bit, but you get over that, than to see you go and get publicly embarrassed. You understand what I'm saying?
Do you see what Six Bowl just wrote up there about? As an esthetician, I can tell you that the smell, if you are my client and reschedule you, the BBL did not drain properly. It has nothing to do with the stool. It's the so the smell I'm smelling is the okay. Got it. Thank you for that.
Thank you for it's always good to know somebody.
It's not poop. It's the incision.
The incision.
That's nasty.
That's why you better be careful who you go to have cutting on you. Everybody's not gonna do it the right way.
That's right.
Or whatever. No.
One thing about I realize the older I get, the more for real I get, as if I needed to. I didn't used to be as for real. I just hold it in, but I can't help myself. You know, if it don't smell right and it ain't right, I'm gonna let you know. And you gonna leave it on my face.
That's me.
See, that's when I heard you say that. I said, we're on the same page because we're in the same field.
Because I figure if I'm going to be your friend and I'm really a good friend, then I should be able to tell you things.
Right.
If you're as a good friend, I would rather y'all come to me and tell me, Sheila, you know, you just look and you smell. And please tell me. You know, I would rather have a little embarrassment than a big embarrassment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So please tell me. You know, I was like, you know,
some people actually don't smell themselves. They actually don't know because they've been around it so long. So they don't really, you know, that.
It's kind of like what Mike just said about cat people. We had I remember when I was in school, we had a girl. She used to literally be like she was stink a cat. And I'm like you, Miss Gail. My face says it all. My wife tells me all the time that I have an expression-filled face, and I am very direct. And I remember I went over to her and I was like, and she was a friend because we all were on the track team. She was on the ladies' track, I was on men's track, and I was like, "You smell like a straight damn cat." I mean, and. My girlfriend at the time was her friend, and she said, "Yeah, girl, you've been smelling like that. We just didn't want to tell you, but since he told you,
Lord,
you know what I'm saying." But she didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It was her normal smell because she's so used to it. Like you're not a true friend if you let your friend walk around smelling bad. That's just not what you do.
It's not hard for me to be a true friend. I gotta be around somebody like that. I mean, to be a true friend, I have to be around you a lot, get kind of close in person. We talk. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, you let your friend out.
I can't be friend and smile in your face and inhale in your phone too. That ain't gonna work. Now I'll be a person that's gonna be a friend eventually if you go watch.
Look, I was at this place, and you know how sometimes ladies, we go in the bathroom and we think we done got everything tucked in, and you walk out the bathroom and your skirt stuck in your butt and they see all your drawers and stuff like that. Well, I saw this lady, and I'm seeing all these people laughing at her. And I just happened to just take off my jacket. I came up behind her real nice. I said, "Ma'am, excuse me, I ain't trying to be rude, but your skirt is stuck in the back of your stockings." And I put my jacket around her. And you know what? She appreciated that.
Right.
Yes, she did.
Thank you for telling me, because nobody else said. I was like, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't see that and not do anything. You know, I can't see that. You know,
because people that can talk about you.
But you know what though? Yeah. That works the opposite for men, because this new thing now where you creepy, you did. Well, I was somewhere and I saw a lady come out of the bathroom, and I was minding my business, and she had a tail behind her. She had the toilet paper creeping behind her like she had a damn white tail.
Right.
And I just couldn't help it. I went over. I said, "Excuse me." And she's like, "What you need?" With a dancey attitude. I'm like, "What you need?" I don't really need anything. I just want to let you know you got some toilet paper following behind you like a child.
She was embarrassed then.
Have a nice day. She got real humble because now the same girlfriends that she was walking with had been kikiing the whole time. Ain't nobody
said nothing.
And
now you see what kind of friends she got.
No, she felt like she was fly. She was good looking. She was a nice looking sister. You know what I'm saying? And so you walking with your so-called friends.
Yep.
And she had her little spandex, and I get it. You might have been wiping and you pulled off too much, and you thought you got it, and you didn't get it. But she thought that I was trying to holler. I wasn't trying to holler. I was trying to holler to save you from embarrassment. But you know, she said, "Oh my God, thank you so much," and she ran back to the bathroom to go fix herself. But it wasn't for me to try to embarrass her. She's already embarrassed.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? She put herself in the position with her attitude that she ended up being embarrassed. You can't, and see this new attitude now. It just for some reason it works my nerves. It thinks that every time a man says something to a female, "What you want? I ain't talking to you. I got a man." You know what? What? They might be trying to help you. You know, in today's society, somebody might be trying to follow you and do something to you. That person might be trying to help you. Wait to hear the story before you jump to conclusions. That's my thing. Wait and see before you jump to conclusions.
My mentality is this. I have a mom. I have a wife. I have nieces. I have aunties. I have a daughter. And so I would want somebody to help them, right? Not at risk to themselves if they're doing something stupid, right? If they're doing something you can provide help. I'll never forget my dose of feminism. The first time I encountered feminism in the military. And I told you, Mona, my first mentor was a female that saw potential in me. So here I was a staff sergeant. And there was a young lady, we were both in Class B's, and she was a staff sergeant. And we were walking to the door. I'm ahead of her. I was about 4 paces ahead of her. And I got to the door. So I pulled the door, and I was standing there holding the door for her coming. And literally, she was like 3 steps away from me. She's like, "I can get it. I'm as strong as you." And you know what I said? "Say less." And I walked out the door, and I pulled it behind me. And then, so now she opened it and she come out. Well, she's like, "Well, you was already holding it. You might as well hold it till I got out." No. I'm giving you the equality that you say you want.
Right.
And I kept it pushing.
Well, my thing is this.
This is a little bit off topic, but I just saw this on my phone. This was 14 hours ago that it came out, but I'm just getting it. And I don't know if any of you happen to having glitches with your emails, text messages, this period with Microsoft today.
Yeah.
But Microsoft was hit with another global outage with users unable to access emails, Xbox Live, and 365 functions. So if mine has been glitching. You know how you may be looking at something and all of a sudden it goes back to the main screen? Because that's what mine has been doing. And I'm like, what in the world happened? Well, that is what happened. So just so you know, it has been glitching because there is another problem with Microsoft in their outages. So you may want to look that up. I'm not going to read anything about it, but you do know about it now.
Yeah, I saw that alert earlier today, and I know the glitching. Like what was happening with mine was it was jumping between YouTube, my email, and the internet. I don't know. I'm like, what the hell? And so when stuff like that happens, all I automatically do is I just shut all my systems down.
Yeah.
Because you don't know if you're getting hacked or not. The smartest thing to do is just shut everything down.
Yeah.
Right.
It says that they're investigating right now, which means they have not
I didn't get it. Well, I wasn't on mine today. So maybe that's why.
Me either.
So somebody makes some money. Whenever you see glitches like that, somebody got rich.
Yeah.
Trust and believe. trust and believe that somebody made some money today.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I haven't really had that problem either. Well, then
Okay.
here lately, I've been trying to stay off the computer more than I'm on the computer, so it worked out well. Well,
Yeah, but mine
but I
has been
saw
at
you
the
all
place for
on.
2 days.
Oh, that glamour part. Okay.
Yeah, she's driving home now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 14 hours ago, like the young man said, they did issue more ground cinnamon products added to FDA product health alert due to, let me see what it's going to say, due to presence of elevated levels of lead found in it. So that you would know, this has just been a reissue in the elevated issue.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's distributed
Wow.
El Chiller in Florida, El Chiller in Florida, and Moran Foods in St. Anne, Missouri, Roger Foods in Skokie, Illinois. There's a whole list of people. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Y'all
I
gonna
had
have to
the
look it up.
Moran. I had the Moran, the cinnamon, the Moran kind.
This is a Montakim, Mantakim, Montakim. Is that what you said you had?
I think so.
Yeah.
Something
Good
like
night,
that.
Sheila
I know-
B.
Good night,
Good night,
Sheila B.
Sheila
Good night, Sheila.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. Okay, so this is a new alert for the cinnamon. You guys, make sure you look it up. Everybody in the chat, make sure you get reacquainted with the recall on the cinnamon. This is 14 hours ago.
Miss Peachnut, let me ask you a question. I'm sorry, I'm changing the subject
okay.
again. Okay. Someone gave me an olive tree. You all, I know as much about olive trees as I know about moringa, which is nothing. So my question is, and I mean, it's about 4 feet, but I know I probably need to put it in a pot. But do you know anything about olive trees? Because I don't. Lady just gave it to me.
Let me go to D Move. Do you have an olive tree?
I do not.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know what kind it is?
Lucky lady.
Huh?
What was the name of that olive
I said
tree?
lucky lady.
No. No.
This is Albaquini.
That's the one.
Okay. So it's gonna need a partner. It's supposed to be self-fertile, but I found out the one that I had needed to have a partner and it did not survive. Also, you cannot put it in regular soil, which is what I did. It was a big mistake. I think it needs the same kind of soil that blueberries need, something with acid. But you may want to look that up and see what kind of soil to put it in because I had it in the wrong soil.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back to the partner thing. What does that mean?
Get another. It can be another of the another olive tree of the same kind, but it just has to have extra pollination.
It needs 2.
Yeah, you
Wow.
need to have 2. Now it will produce. Mine produced, and I believe had I had the soil right. Sometimes they say that you could just treat all your trees with the same kind of soil, but that is not true with the olive tree. Not that particular brand. You will just need to make sure you give it the proper soil and the proper fertilizer. So look up the kind of soil that you need for that particular kind of tree. And before do you have some soil now, or what is it doing?
Well, when it was given to me in a pot, it's in a pot. I have not changed the pot. I might need to change the pot because it's awfully big, and to me that pot looks kind of small. So
does it look like about a 3-gallon pot or 5-gallon, like a 5-gallon bucket size, or?
No, it's not bucket size. To me, it's slightly smaller than a bucket.
So you know the trees at the big box stores, the kind of pots that they come in, which is a 3-gallon mostly.
Yeah.
That size right there.
Yeah, about the standard size they put trees in, and this
Okay,
one's
that's
got
about
a
it.
lot of branches on it. This has a lot of branches on it.
It's more than likely root bound if it does.
Yeah. Sound like it.
Yeah. Are you wanting to put it in the ground, or do you want to put it in a container?
I think I would do better right now because, like I said, where we are now, we're renting. It's not, and we're
Okay.
looking to move at some particular point. So I think it would do better in a container.
Yeah, you
So
And
I
need
you got
need
to
to know.
remember too, olives are Mediterranean, so you're thinking the soil is going to have to be loamy and sandy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now
Loamy.
I have one. I've had it like 2 years, but I think it have grown into the. I don't know what kind it is. I just bought it, and but I think it have grown. The roots have grown into the ground from the pot, but I can't even get over in there where it's at.
Have you received?
So I don't know.
Has it
Hmm.
bared any fruit?
This is like the
No.
second year.
Okay.
It's growing good,
So that's a no.
Okay. So it's not bared any
but I
fruit.
mean it won't. You
No,
think
it
it
doesn't
won't?
mean it won't. No, it doesn't mean
No,
that.
no. Don't mind me. She asked, has it grown fruit? And you didn't say anything, so I said no. That's a
No,
no.
Yeah, that's a no.
no.
No, yeah, I said no. It haven't grown any fruit.
Okay.
Okay.
So if
Yeah.
sometimes it takes those kinds of all of our trees that are not standard 2 to 3, sometimes 4 to 5 years to grow to bear fruit.
Oh,
Number
okay.
one. Number
Okay.
two, if it doesn't have a growing partner, then it would be slow to fruit. Now mine did fruit within 2.5 years, but the fruit didn't stay on.
Mm.
And then I read up on it, and from what I can remember, hi Darcia White, how you doing?
Hi, Garcia.
From what I can remember, I had the wrong soil. I put in regular soil like I do everything else, potted soil, but they said that it needed soil, acidity soil.
Wow.
So and then I
Like
was
for
eating like I
fruit,
said everything else, huh?
like the soil, because they said I needed to get a certain kind of soil for the lemon tree that I have, and I forgot. Well, anyway, I'm not sure if it was more
Citrus
sandy
soil
or it
for
was.
citrus.
Yeah, they said
Mhm.
I could use succulent soil for the lemon
Right,
tree.
right,
Yeah, that kind of
yeah.
soil.
And
So
I
it
think
doesn't need that kind of soil, though, does it?
if I remember correctly, they said the kind of soil for blueberries, which is more
Okay.
acid. I believe it's
Acidic soil.
Yeah, acidic soil. Yes. And you
I'm
have
doing
some
pretty
people who
good.
just don't pay that any
Like
attention,
you
but
have a
they're
nice
putting those
day.
things in the ground,
Right.
which they're going to get different kinds of minerals in the ground that will help sustain it. But in a grow bag, you got to give it what it needs. You got to supply it with the right kind of minerals in order for it to survive. So mine just died last year.
Mm.
It hung in there for a long time. And plus, you know how you have those plants you don't pay no attention to. You're so busy dealing with all the other ones that you forget about that one because of where it's sitting in your yard. It was that kind of
I
thing.
understand.
Because I don't like olives, I just bought it because I just wanted to see if I could grow olives. Now,
Right,
if I
right.
had grown some olives and eaten it, I probably would have liked it because it was something that I grew.
Hi, girl, Dad.
Well, the lady that gave me this tree, she has an awesome garden. Her garden is ridiculous. I mean, it was bearing like crazy. But she had this olive tree, and she's like, I got something for you. And I'm standing there, it's like, what you have for me? And she just said, here, take this. Like, what is it? She said, it's an olive tree. I was like, I don't know what to do. She said, figure it out. She just gave me the olive tree. I think what it was, she didn't want to deal with it because her garden was amazing. She had some dahlias. I kid you not, the heads on these flowers were this big. So
Wow.
she has that kind of growing ability, but she said she just didn't want to deal with this tree. So I took it. I was like, why not?
Hi, girl, dad, and Darcy, Felicia. I think she's in the dark right now. She had a little storm to come her way. So some people
Hey,
don't have internet.
Jones
unfortunately.
True. Can I ask
Yes,
you a
sir.
quick question? You
Sure.
say you're down in the bayou or the panhandle? Where's that?
And the Delta,
The
Mississippi.
Delta. Oh, okay. The
Hey,
Mississippi.
Grandma Hudson.
Yeah, hot
Hi,
Mississippi.
Grandma Hudson.
Oh, did she have surgery?
Yeah,
Yeah, it looked like he said he's gonna have a procedure done tomorrow.
yeah.
Who is that?
I'm in
Oh,
zone eight.
Growing with Hudson.
Yeah, I'm in
Definitely,
zone
Okay.
7B,
definitely will
8A.
keep you in prayers, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely gonna
Yes.
send the prayers up.
Prayers.
Prayers going up. Yeah,
I thought I
prayers
seen
going
that
up.
on her
Hi, Carrie.
video.
Yeah.
Carrie's leaving us. Good night,
No, I said
darling.
hi.
Huh?
Good night.
So,
Yeah,
Miss
she
Gail,
said no.
what are you growing now, Miss Gail?
Oh my goodness, how long do you have? Let's see.
She's one of
Everything.
those
You can
prolific
say
gardeners.
everything.
All right. Well, let's slow it down a little bit. Give me your top 5. What are your
What's
top
that
5 things
song?
you're
Say
doing?
collard greens and with the song with the beans. You name it. Okay.
Yeah.
Not a whole bunch. I have my beans and
Okay.
greens and the gold star on my deck. I have, of course, my let me start over here. Figs, growing around all kinds of tomatoes. I'm just tomato crazy. I have the mulberries up here,
Hey,
and
girl, dad.
I have Malabar spinach, which is going crazy. I don't know if anybody like Malabar spinach, but you have some Malabar spinach, you'll never go hungry. And I'm getting ready to plant. I have some white potatoes and I have sweet potatoes up on top. Apple tree on top and a peach tree on top.
I was supposed to be dropping seeds tonight.
Down in the garden, I have, Lord Jesus, where do I have blueberries? The blueberries are not growing right now. They're done. I have my blackberries still coming, raspberries up. And I have what did I say? I planted the okra, more beans down in the garden. We have lots of bell peppers. I have onions still growing and garlic still growing down there. I'm growing onions and garlic up here. Sweet potatoes down there with several bags of Irish potatoes, more than one bag of sweet potatoes. I have crimson sweet watermelon, sugar baby watermelon, cantaloupe down there. Peanuts I'm growing. I'm so proud of my peanuts. I freshly growing peanuts. I got the little flowers, so they're making peanuts there. Okay, I digress. I am trying to go around in that little one square grapes. My grapes are doing great. My grapevine has fallen twice and somebody's picked back up, pushed back up
She
again.
said she have power out.
Grapes on one side, muscadines on the other side. You want to hear
about did the Concord that I sent you, did it catch?
that one died.
Oh.
It didn't. It last for a minute, but for some reason it just. So that's why I was like, maybe I need another sample. So, but
I don't think
I got you.
I'm not gonna be able to pick no more grapes. I think all mine gonna probably fall off.
my grapes are doing great out there. Even though they laid on the ground for a while, I was so afraid the little bugs was gonna get them. But when they lifted them back up for the second time, voila, they're doing fine.
Yeah. The muscadine that you sent me, that died.
Really? Yeah. I don't know. I guess it's it's a change in temperature and all this other stuff. You have to almost bait it and take it in the house.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I have the squash that I tried to kill out there. I have cucumbers that I'm very happy and proud of. I got to go pick some now because I know they're probably ready. And I have the butternut squash. I don't know. I've got everything growing out there. I showed my first successful jujube. I went out and put a bag over it yesterday to make sure the bugs don't get it. So I'm gonna get that one jujube. So I'm very happy about that. I got all kinds of apple trees.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I heard you say you have a mulberry.
Mulberry, yes, I have 2.
So I have a mulberry, but I haven't seen a mulberry, and I found it by accident. Again, like I said, I was around my property. Somebody saw it. And it grows in with one of my flower trees, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" And I did my plant identification and said it was a mulberry. And this is the second year I've seen it, but I haven't seen any fruit.
Well, if you don't watch it, when the fruit comes, the birds will take care of it very quickly for you.
Okay, I'm watching it though. I'm definitely watching it.
Mama has a huge
Usually they
mulberry
fruit
tree
right away.
that she ate off of all summer. I was jealous. She had a big one, and mine's about that size now. And I got
Okay.
I don't do nothing to it.
Whenever I do my next update, I'm gonna show you where mine is and how it's situated.
Right.
And then maybe you can tell me if it is a mulberry or not. Now the plant identification app that I have is said it is a mulberry, but
all I can do is show you my leaves. Mona, I don't know if her leaves. I think she has an everbearing. Is that what you have?
Yep.
So, and I have everbearing, so the leaves should look similar. Now I got mine from Tractor Supply, I think it was, and it was just a stick, and that thing is huge, and that was like 3 months ago when I planted it. In a
And I got
7
mine
gallon.
from Dan Food Force.
Yeah, I've been meaning to go over there and check with him.
You
But
need to
they
go
grow
there and
fast.
check him out. Everything that man has given me has look, you put it in there and it's another Seymour. His stuff is another Seymour. I'm like, hey, baby, look here. I can't even kill that stuff. That tree out there, I done cut the tree up. Now it's trying to give me some more berries.
Well, also you saw my pears. You know, I have 1, 2, 3 pear trees, and they are prolifically producing. I have a fruit cocktail tree that I forgot about.
Are you still talking about what you
It's,
got? Lord have mercy.
I found peaches on there that I had to bag, and it has what is it?
What
I'm
you
trying
said,
to think
Buddha
of.
opened up a can of worms?
Yeah, you did. Look.
Man.
Look, I got apples, peaches, pears, plums, apricots. You name it. What I said,
you got land for all that. I have a little backyard.
But you know what though, Miss Gail? I know one person. I know one person that won't go hungry. That's you.
No, I'm not gonna go hungry, baby. Every time I told you,
she said don't come to her house.
Recall, I've seen 3 recalls today. I'm dropping some seeds in tomorrow. Today, later on today, I'm dropping seeds. No, I'm not gonna go. It's still
Miss Gail been singing that song, don't you, Miss Gail?
I don't.
You be singing that song. I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes. You name it.
Beans, tomatoes, potatoes. You name it.
Well, all I need you to do is raise. I need you to raise your hands this way.
You listen. The key to also keep them potatoes growing. Keep those potatoes growing. You won't go hungry. Keep you some string beans, and we call them string beans. Come growing up, green beans, whatever you want to. Keep them. You got you some beans, and you got you some potatoes. Your onions. I felt so good yesterday when I stir fried some green beans and onions and garlic out of my garden, and it was a side dish. I went right out there on my deck and picked those green beans. And right in here, washed them out. They didn't need washing because they had put them in the soil. Washed them off, cut them up, cut the tips off, heated up some olive oil, put that in there, some salt and pepper, and the onions and garlic. You talk about good. That's a side dish.
Not only is it good, but it's good for you.
You just stick your hand down inside for me, my potato bag, and pull out some potatoes, cut them up, and you can either roast them in the oven with some, sprinkle some seasoning on it, roast it in the oven, or however you want to do it. That's a meal.
Well, you know what?
Thank you, D-Mood.
I just realized something. D-Mood, I think I may have to resort to hydroponic gardening because it just suddenly dawned on me. I'm catching it from both ends. We have crop dusters, and then the landscapers use chemicals on the yard. So I just realized that kind of explains why it's difficult for me to grow anything. The only thing that's surviving, my fig tree, I went out of town for 11 days. My fig tree, I came back home, all the leaves had fell off the tree. But now they're starting to bud out again. So I think I may just go ahead and stick those back in the greenhouse, leave a little ventilation and let them go. But it suddenly dawned on me, yeah, I'm catching it from both ends. But the chemicals and then the crop dusters. And I told my husband, I really want to go to the country, further out in the country. I told him I want to be so deep they might have to pump in daylight. But I just want to get away from all this stuff. I was like, hard gardens, that's expensive.
Yeah, it's all about the weather for me, and I'm loving the weather here, so it's hard for me to go somewhere else. That's what's holding me here.
Add in the weather on top.
No snow.
Add in the weather on top of what I'm going through. Add in the weather on top of the chemicals and the crop dusters.
Wow.
Can't miss. I may have to resort to hydroponics, so I'm gonna have to check out D-Mood and some others to see what's going on.
I just sent you.
GT Junior.
Jones True. I just sent you the video where I did my hydroponic setup.
Okay, I'm definitely going to be looking at it.
And it's really basic. It worked for me because, like I said, I was just only growing leafy vegetables and kale. I actually did lettuce, kale, and bell peppers, and I did it all indoors with. And what I used grass clippings. So to answer Serena's question, grass clippings, fresh grass clippings, if you put it in water, it will produce nitrogen.
Yeah.
That's one of the big ways. And also once you used it up, right? You let that grass clipping dry. Now that's mulch. You can mulch your garden with it.
Yeah.
I think my best mulch is there's a lot of trees around my yard. So my best mulch is all those leaves, all in the leaves and the broke wood and the stuff like that. I think that would be my best mulch. I'd be afraid of the grass clippings with all the chemicals they spray on that stuff.
Yeah.
So
I use a combination. When I made my, some people call it the compost juice, compost tea, or for me, I use it as hydroponics. I use grass clipping. I use my native soil. I used a tablespoon of Epsom salts. I used a tablespoon of what's that sea thing called? Kelp.
Fishy emulsion.
I had kelp powder. I used kelp powder, Epsom salt, grass clippings, native soil, and some dandelion that I found around the yard. I just uprooted them, and the only thing I used was the root, not the top, just the roots. And I just took all of that in equal parts, except for the 2 tablespoons, the 1 tablespoon of Epsom, the 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt, mixed it all up, and just added rainwater on top of that. And I let it sit in the sunlight for 1 week. And then after that, after I drained off all the stuff that I put in it, I let it sit for another week. But then I put the aquarium stuff in there and let the oxygen go in there. And then after the 2 weeks is up, then I use 4 gallons of rainwater, and then I use 1 gallon of that concoction, because you don't want to use just that concoction. It's going to be too potent for your plant. It will kill your plant.
I think that's what I did. I did with mine. I had coffee grinds, banana peels, 511, and a 5-gallon bucket with rainwater. And I think it was too potent for some of my plants.
Thank you, Devorah. Appreciate it.
Yeah. And that works for me. And I mean, when I tell you when my plants, because what I do is I actually started in soil, and then once they get the roots, once I see the first 2 leaves, then I pull it out of the soil. I grow it indoors. Then I pull it out of the soil and I put it in those rocks that I showed y'all earlier. I just stick it in the bottom, put the rocks in, and the tip of that root will touch that water. You come back in a week, roots everywhere. They're just chasing that juice. And basically for the 3 months of winter, I just let it sit there. And when you see my video, you'll see my growth. I show you from the start to where the growth is. I also sent you the video, Mona, and I sent it to you. Everybody on the panel got a copy. I sent it to all of everybody.
Okay.
Good night, Deborah.
Thank you. I appreciate
So
it.
Mike says, look at his Monday short. He's growing Paul Robeson 24 inside.
Okay.
What's that?
All right.
And I want to say I saw Mike's hydroponics, because he has a hydroponic setup that I saw in one of his videos. So like, everybody has a little bit of everything that they're trying. You just got to figure out what works for you.
Right.
Look, I want to try everything. That's why I'm getting ready to start doing
That's
my
where you get in trouble.
YouTube do. Yeah.
You can try everything.
I
until you
sent
find the one that works.
hydroponic, the 4 buckets for $100. I sent it to you, Miss
Okay.
Beach Nut, and to Linda.
To my to what? You sent it to
And
my
me.
Who?
Oh,
Do I have your information? Do I have your email address?
I don't know. I will remedy that situation.
Okay. Well,
I
when
will
you give me
remedy
that,
that.
send me your email and
Send it.
I will send it to you.
Send
But
that
it's
to me.
at Wally World. I thought it was at the Orange place, but it's at Wally World.
Send that to me
Okay.
They
too,
got,
Mona.
huh?
Send it also to me.
Send this to you too?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. It's all it is information. I can choose to use it or not.
Okay.
Love that outlook on life. There you go.
Listen,
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell
Mona
you.
always sending good stuff.
Listen, Miss Gail, I'm gonna tell you how my life became simple. The first time I went to combat, when the taxpayer sent me to go defend the whatever, and I ended up in a mountainside in a foreign land that I was somewhere where I wasn't supposed to be. I can't go no deeper than that. And I realized that my life could be taken away from me at that moment. It made me think of it made me put things into context. That was no big deal. I survived that event. 5 years later, I find myself in Iraq, and I almost got shot down in a helicopter. That really brought the pucker factor. Made me think, you know what? Life is real. Then a couple months after that incident, almost got blown up at the U.S. Embassy in Iraq through what they call a VVID daisy chain. Some smart guy decided to link up about 3 or 4 cars packed with explosive and detonate them. Literally, I was a half a mile from where the explosion was, and it felt like I was standing right beside the explosion. If I didn't have my mouth open, it would have blew out my eardrum and knocked out all my teeth. That's how powerful that was. That was another eye-opener. And then I had a couple issues happen to me. And my chivalrous side of me came out when I was in Afghanistan. So me and 2 of my soldiers, here I am, a sergeant major. I'm with my driver was a female sergeant.
Hey, Andale. And
my gunner was a staff sergeant. So we started taking fire. We started taking mortars. We pulled off the side of the road, and there was a drainage, a culvert. And I'll never forget, because I'm always thinking, I'm a husband, I'm a dad, and my natural instinct was, I need to cover her. I didn't care about what these women are talking about now, about they don't need no man, and she didn't think none of that shit when I was laying on top of her and we had explosions going on around us. You know, so that's why sometimes when I see some of these stupid videos with, and it's stupid for me, but it may not be stupid for the person making it. When I hear people talking about, oh, I don't need no this and I don't need it, your life has never been in danger, and everything that's going on has been civilized for you to make a stupid comment like that.
Right.
So what that has afforded me in my life is I don't take people and certain things seriously. Unless you make it serious, then I got to get there.
Right.
And I always believe in the glass is either half full or half empty.
Yeah.
So everything is usually in the eye of the beholder. That's why I love gardening. The plants don't got no problems with me. Just give me water, man.
Come on now, tell the truth.
Give me water, give me some fertilizer, and we good over here.
Amen.
That's
what I'm talking about.
I just saw that they got 8 5-gallon buckets for $132.99.
What? Look, I sent you the email, Mona.
She said, look.
Hey, she said, say less. I need it. Oh, I'm looking at it right now, Mona.
Yeah,
I
sent you my email.
Repeat it again. You just blew my mind. Say it again.
Yeah,
I'm listening. They got what now?
They have 8 5-gallon buckets. The whole system, they're hooked up together.
Oh wow!
For $132.99.
And this
so it's called a Sky Halo.
It's called what?
It's called a Sky Halo. But the one I'm looking at right now is the Sky Halo 5-gallon 4 buckets hydroponic system deep water culture. Man, they got everything.
Wow.
Thank you.
You know what?
It
looks like the way I set mine up with the hose going to the pump, because I got the same thing, the pump. Yeah, I mean, it's just okay. And then they using the rocks too. Okay.
You
Okay.
know, these people are listening to you guys and they are getting smarter.
Yes, they are.
They say we're gonna make some money. Why
Exactly.
should we be stupid? They are getting smarter and smarter. Y'all are making these folks rich. He says if
Listen.
the
They
buckets,
watching y'all YouTube videos. They watch them
yeah.
videos.
Well,
Yep.
Mike says if the buckets come with pumps and reservoir tubes, baskets, etc., not a bad price.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
looking at
It comes
I'm
with
looking
the
at
whole thing.
I'm looking at the 8 bucket one, and literally everything that's here is how I got mine set up. You got to drill a little hose, you got the pump, you got the net cup. It's the same stuff that everything. Okay,
Did he fall?
I
Did
feel
he
like they
fall?
stole out of my brain.
What in the world?
They need to pay me. I feel like they stole out my brain.
I was like, did he fall? So
I mean, listen, it's
I
the
see it.
exact same setup that I got with a 5-gallon bucket with the hole
Yeah, I'm
and
looking at
everything.
it. I'm looking at it.
Man, wait a minute.
Oh, I don't need to send it.
Huh?
No,
She said she see it.
I see it in on the Wally World site. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see what you're talking about. You
So
said
how much
Mike
is one
the
said?
same
setup?
thing.
How much is
How-
That's
one
what
setup?
Mike said.
Mike says he could duplicate it for $40.
Yeah,
They've
well,
been
see,
watching you guys.
well, see, I'm about the budget, so $40 sound good.
I could duplicate it $40. What? Duplicate one or duplicate 8?
You can duplicate all of those. It's not hard. You just need a drill bit and you need a hole cutter. I mean, these are easy to do. You
I
can make
got
these
those.
yourself without buying. You can literally all of this tubing stuff. You can buy all this stuff from Lowe's. All the little clips, you can get it yourself. It just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of effort.
You know what? They watched
Said
somebody
all
set up,
8
and because you didn't have a patent on it, they went on ahead, made it up, put a patent on it, and let us sell it.
You know what, Miss Gail? You're the second person I heard say that. I heard Led Farmer say Led did a video maybe 2 years ago, and I heard him say he was stopped doing certain things online because he's noticing when we as content creators, as gardeners, do stuff, next thing you know, you see that product out there. And you're like, wait a minute, where did that come from?
Yeah.
I think what's going to have to happen though is if we know our community and we know the people in our community, we ask, to respect each other. Give me your ideas. I will not post your ideas online. I just want it for me,
But
And
the
that's
thing about it is, like, we're talking about stuff now, but know what you have to do is, first of all, patent it or copyright it. Do the poor man's copyright. You can do the poor man's copyright. Then you are protected. So when they turn around and steal your idea, you can say, wait a minute, hold on. When I first started on YouTube gardening, my name Georgia Peach, that somebody had taken it. I saw that. I was like, what? I told YouTube because my name is protected. It is copyright. So I was like, y'all better fix this. And guess what? The net bill was down. Because
You know what, Miss Gail? It's funny you said that. Somebody actually stole D-Move. 2 people. One guy took it and he had it. He made a bad name out of it, and then somebody did some artwork. And I'm like, do they know that's my actual name? That's not some stuff that I made up. And so what YouTube did, they sent me a thing and saying, hey, you're using a name that's already. I'm like, okay. And all they did with mine, they added some numbers to mine. I'm like, where did that come from?
right. So if you change it a little bit, it becomes legal for them. If you make any alterations, but you can still fight that. But I am incorporated as Georgia Peach now. I added the garden on there, so that is under copyright.
Okay.
So when somebody, because I've been
I'm
incorporated
registered
with that
too.
name for about, what is this, 2024? Since 19, I was still flying 1980 something.
Yeah.
You
You see what Mike said? That people have copied his videos exact down to the font. Man.
People copy mine too. My content, same way too. I see people use the language I use that was never used before. People copy, they copy all the time.
A lot of people that you are that's listening in the community copy.
Yes.
No copy.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, hey, don't bother
You know what?
me. You get the message right there.
This is how I feel. Imitation is the best form of flattery. I don't even get offended. I'm like, you know what? Go forth and do you.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready.
Because
I'm getting ready to copy everything I see. If you do it on YouTube,
I'm gonna tell you what.
I'm gonna do a video. Yeah, I'm getting ready to do that. So be ready.
Well, most of us are not trying to get rich, so
Exactly. And what I do is if I copy something somebody did,
what you doing? And
People do it.
Is it okay? Is it what you say it is? So I'm gonna do it. You do it. I'm gonna do it. How about that?
I love you, Mona.
YouTube, see, YouTube do.
What I do is if I see something, somebody like Miss Gail, she did her light setup. I watched one of her videos and I saw it. And all I did was modify some stuff. I went and got the 1 gallon bottle with the play sand, with the broom handle, with the shop lights, and I just created my own. But it was off her initial template. But what I did is when I set mine up, and if you look into my hydroponics or any other video where I show it, I always give a shout out. I say, hey, I got this idea from Miss Georgia Peach Hut. Go check out her video. Just give back a little credit.
Hey,
I'm
I
gonna tell you where I got it from.
I respect people who do that. I respect people who do that because I do the same thing. If I'm getting information from someone else, you hear me say it all the time. Hey, I saw someone talking about this or saying this. Absolutely.
And that's the way it should go. Hello to Bud Files. Thanks for coming.
Who's that? Is that Miss Glamour talking?
That was Miss Glamour.
Hey, I saw one of your shorts earlier today where you were making the bug juice. Is there an actual video for that?
No, I didn't do the full video, but I am going to show tomorrow the finished product.
Okay, because
I'll list everything that I put in it.
Okay,
I actually gave a list of everything in it.
You did.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll package it up because it does have lemongrass in there that I'm going to be talking about.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw you had lemongrass, citronella, basil, thyme, and I forgot the other one. And mint. So what did you do? Did you boil all that? Because the video cut off before you showed what you did with it.
Yes, because I just wanted people to guess what I was doing with it. I had already made it before I was asked to do the lemongrass video because a lot of people don't know that lemongrass and citronella is in the same family. And that if you plant not only just citronella, but if you plant lemongrass around your plants, they repel bugs too.
So you boiled it all together and then you let it cool and then you use that as your bug repellent.
Yep.
Okay. That is what I actually figured, but I just wanted to make sure. Because the way you left it for the viewer to guess what you were doing. And I see now that was your intention. I got you. I see you.
Yeah. Well, look, everybody, I gotta go. Y'all have a great night. I enjoy being on here.
Before you go,
I will be checking you out.
Before you go, hold on. Glamour Planner, can we see your face for just a second, please? Is there any way we can see your face for a second? I need everybody to face the camera. There you go. I just need your pretty face up here. Thank you. You guys are going to make it easy for me to do my cover. Thank you. Because everybody be so busy. Thank you. That's what I needed. I know it's kind of dark where you are, so there's no way to get a light. Are you driving?
She's driving.
I'm driving.
Thank you. I appreciate
Be safe.
you.
Be safe. Y'all take care.
Thank
all right.
you.
Have a good night.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
I'm glad. It's been a while. All right, then.
All right.
People, who was that asking? Oh, that was Serena asking about FR. Okay. I'm trying to think of the individual where I saw the first setup, and it was some years ago, and I can't think of her name right now. It'll come to me. But she first was doing different ways that were inexpensive to do the grow light. this was one of the setups that she showed, and I adopted it from her. And I can't think of her name all of a sudden. She usually is in conjunction with Gary Pilachek. I can't think of her name. But anyway, she's the one that I was watching her channel before I knew that all these other people was out there, all you wonderful people when I first started. And she showed this one particular setup, and that's when I adopted it and been using it ever since. And
yeah. So we both follow Gary, huh? I follow Gary too. I've been following. He's one of the first gardeners that I started following.
Me too.
Yeah.
And that's why I tell people about the gardening community. You know, we need to get off this whole color thing. I don't care if you're blue, black, whatever your color. If you can teach me something, I'm with it.
Hey, do you follow the Australian guy?
What's his name?
Oh,
I don't know that.
Oh.
The one that has
Yes,
those, the one that have those metal square foot gardens. Yeah,
Yes.
I follow him. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of them before.
Baby, I am everywhere. I don't just sit over here. I'm sorry. I am everywhere. That's why a lot of times I'm not at everybody's channel because I'm everywhere. I'm trying to get more information and researching and, you know.
Listen, knowledge is power. And
that's what I was told.
There were a few of the garden community that I would follow, and I really realized they weren't doing gardening; they were doing bullshit. There were people up here talking about let's drink Wednesdays, and I was like, what is that about? You ain't talking about no gardening stuff. Y'all gonna be winos on live. But I ain't judging nobody. If that's what y'all do, that's what y'all do.
Exactly.
Drink on Wednesday?
Excuse me?
You say drink on Wednesday?
Yeah, there was a couple YouTubers on Wednesdays. They would take a drink when they were talking and doing. They weren't talking gardening though.
Oh my God, he's not talking about Wind Down Wednesday.
Yeah, that's it.
Wind Down Wednesday. That's what you're talking about.
They
Nikki
talk
on here.
gardeners.
She was earlier.
They
Listen.
are gardeners.
They are gardeners. They
Yes.
do
I
be
know who
gardeners.
they
Yeah,
are.
they are.
And listen, tomorrow is Garden Confessions. I'm gonna be on there with a confession tomorrow.
You probably caught them when they was doing the drinking. But yeah, it's
okay
made.
to let your hair down sometimes. You don't need to talk about gardening all the time.
Every time that I've gone to certain things, either I'm going on the wrong days and they're not talking gardening. So what I do, what do I say? You can either say no, yes, or walk away. If that content is not for me, I don't judge nobody. I just don't.
Just keep on going. Self-sufficient. Yes, Chris.
Sometimes I have a desire for certain things I want to see. And I'm in a certain mode and a certain mind frame. And if I go there and it's not where, like Led Farmer, I love his channel, but sometimes he's talking a lot about, a solar power or, some kind of religion. And that's not where my headspace is at that particular time. So I'm out of here. It's a choice to leave because I'm looking for something that's going to feed what I'm doing at that particular time.
Exactly.
That's that. Now, when I started,
she cannot turn her camera on. She's driving. She's not saying anything.
I learned a lot. And so when he was doing gardening, and sometimes he's talking about bugging out. It depends on what's going on at the channel at the time. Like some people come on here, and we may be talking about crocheting. Well, they're not into crocheting, so they kind of run away. And I understand.
That's right.
You just have to let it feed whatever it is that you need from it.
And that's what I do. If it's not what I want to be listening to, or I'm looking for a particular thing, I go somewhere else. I'll be in the background, but I'll go somewhere else until I find what I actually need, unless I just want to be in that conversation at that time.
You know what I do? I'm not judgmental. So what I do is simple. And I see a lot of gardeners telling people a lot of stuff. Yeah. And so I use the same concept I use with my children. And my son is 30, my daughter is 28. And they both come, when they come by and visit and they see me out in the yard, they'll come out there, they'll help. And I simply tell them, if you want to start planting something that you can consume, simply do a cucumber, a bell pepper, right?
Mhm.
And some kind of some kind of green, a kale or a lettuce, something simple.
Mhm.
But I've gone on our fellow gardeners channel, and they're telling people do this, get this, and you don't know what that person's economic situation is. You don't
Right.
know where that person lives,
Right.
and again, we all want to do organic, but can you afford organic? Organic farming is expensive.
And
So
organic doesn't
Well,
work in
that's nice,
everybody's
Serena.
environmental situation. In some
exactly,
environmental situations, it's harder to grow. So you're going to have to
and
give it that extra boost.
And what you notice is some farmers are judgmental, and if you're not doing it exactly the way I'm telling you, and you're not
Baby.
doing it, so it goes back to what I always keep saying: yes, no, walk away.
Yeah.
If it's
Right?
if it's not gonna serve you, walk away.
I tell people in a
And
heartbeat, listen, if
you go
you got,
find you some people that are user friendly, and you can work with.
if you got
It's
some,
nothing against the other person.
yeah,
You just that's not for you.
I would tell people, I tell people, if you got somebody telling you to do it this way or the highway is my way, run.
Walk away.
I tell them
Walk
in a
away.
heartbeat because they don't know what they're talking about and they're making themselves seem like some kind of demigod. So you leave. I tell you, don't listen to nobody who's saying this is what you got to do and you must do. Don't listen to them. They don't live in your house. They don't live in your garden. They don't live in your environment. And they should not be telling you. They should tell you what they're doing. This is what works for me.
Right.
It's not my method. It's not there are other YouTube channels. I implore you to please try. But do not tell them this is the. I watched somebody the other day. They were very adamant about how they garden. And if you're doing it any other kind of way, you're wrong, you're stupid. They were calling folks stupid. And I said, why are you listening to this person? Either you're gonna
Somebody said somebody stupid.
Yep,
Oh yeah, they do. Oh
yep,
yeah.
Joe did.
Oh yeah.
Call them stupid. Uh-huh. Yep, Joe did. And the other person I was trying to think
We're
about
not
one
calling
got this.
people out there.
Girl, please. This person
What?
does this on a regular, calling people out their names because they may not garden like that. This is somebody who think they got it going on like that, like they're the garden god or god is, shall I say. Yes. And I
Oh my
just said,
God.
I said, I
Oh
was trying
man.
to support your channel, but you know something? I can't support that because you're wrong. I got, like I said, I always say my neighbor up the street, she's like half a block. Her garden is different from mine. Her soil is different. Her environment is her microclimate is different. So we growing differently. She's got trees that's shaking up most of her garden in the back. So her stuff is not going to grow like my stuff is getting full of sunshine.
Right.
So you have to make an adjustment. All those things go into play as to how you garden. So you don't know people's environment, like you said, you don't know their situation, their financial situation. Some people may need to use chemical amendments in order to make things grow.
Absolutely.
Because you don't know how they eat in their houses as far as to telling them how to go out and make their own compost. You don't know how they're having to have to eat. Some people eat Roman noodles every day. You gonna tell them to put that out there in the compost? You don't know their situation.
I seen somebody put theirs in the compost.
Really?
What?
Roman noodles,
Roman noodles.
macaroni, all
Okay.
kinds of noodles, beans.
And they do what they
All that
have to
stuff in
do.
their
They do what
compost.
they have to do. And if it's working for them, fine. Of course, you know the standard things say don't put that in there. But if that's what you
Right.
got to put in there, because you don't know where the compost that you're getting from the store is coming from. What
You don't know what
put in
they
there,
putting in there.
you know.
Exactly.
That's
So
right.
you don't know each individual's, and this is what I'm trying to get people. So you don't know what their circumstance is. Get out of their head, get out of their life, and stop trying to tell them what to do. You can make a suggestion. And
But,
tell them
but
this
you know
is what
but you know what it is? But you know what it is, Miss Gail? A lot of us, a lot of people are just followers. They want somebody to tell them. They want somebody to literally hold their hand and tell them step by step. And some people don't want to just branch out and say, you know what? I can figure this out by myself.
Yeah, a lot of people
I
want to be
need
told.
some help here and there, but I can figure this out. Use your brain. Because I
Right.
always go back to this. If the stuff hits the fan, and nobody's around,
Hello.
what are you going to do?
I just got to have been preaching that all day on Tuesday, sometimes twice on Sunday.
Didn't you just say Microsoft was acting crazy? So if you two go down and you ain't got no block of instruction to do nothing, now what? You need to learn to be self-sufficient.
I got it. I'm gonna take you some books. I'm gonna take
go get you some books, so when you can't go on the internet, you have something else to go refer to.
But go and get the book soon, because guess what? Suppose we have another situation where the doors are closed again. We have another situation where you can't get no gas to go anywhere. We have another situation where the grocery store doors are closed. All this is headed in that direction. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I'm just saying, just keep looking at what's going on. All these recalls, you know. All this stuff that's going on right now. So suppose you get a situation like that, and bam, you wake up one day, like they're talking about what I just said, like what you said, all the airports was closed down because of the computer glitch. Listen, they're corralling you into one area. They're letting you know, they're giving you the information you need. Learn how to survive just in case, like you said, you're using my words, and I've been telling people, the stuff hit the fan, what you gonna do? I was talking to this girl yesterday, and she was like, I'm gonna get on a bicycle, and I'm coming to your garden, and I'll pay you what I need. I told her, you're gonna get on what? You're gonna ride a scooter. Where you gonna get the gas from? We already played with the gas being locked up. You know, so all these things happen at one time. What you gonna do? You can't do nothing to be confined to. Now, suppose the government said, look, we don't want nobody to leave their home, and you're gonna be arrested.
That's right,
sweet to your home.
Listen, I got a neighbor to my front, two neighbors to my front, one on the left of me, one on the right of me. They are avid grass planters. You hear me? They love them lawns, and you know, they go little flowers here and there. I'm thinking to myself, with all that time that y'all spend on your hands and knees, literally one of my neighbors is out there with a little scissors cutting the grass, right? And I grow all this food. I can't eat it all by myself. So sometimes I'll go over and I'll get some to my neighbors. And so the neighbor to my right, you know, I said, have you ever thought about planting? He said, yeah, but I don't have any seeds. I said, I'll give you seeds. And he said, okay. And he made him a little plot. He over there growing. Now he over there using Miracle Grow and stuff, but at least he know how to grow something.
Thank you. I don't care what
he grows something. The reason why I did that is I'm gonna cut down on the amount of people that's gonna show up at my house when the stuff hit the fan.
That's all I'm trying to do.
If you can provide for yourself, I'm gonna show you. My sister lives in Florida. The first thing always come out her mouth: if stuff go bad, I'm coming to your house. Don't come to my house.
No, you're not.
Why are you not prepared? You know, she always come back with it. But you a military man. You know how to do that. I could teach you if you want to learn. But if you're so dead stop on other people taking care of you, what happens when there's nobody to take care of you?
Thank you very much. Say the word. Matthew Irvin, thank you so much for comment. And you're right. There's no one thing about the recalls. There's no recall on your patio. Hallelujah.
That's true. That is so true.
Ooh, shoot, something just flew in here, and it was big, wherever it is.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, you know, it's interesting times we got going on. I agree with you there, corralling us. I think the big thing that saved us here in Virginia, we literally had a change in government, a change in the way we think. I mean, Virginia was a big time Democratic state, and there were some things that they were going to do because we had literally signed ourselves away to California.
Yeah.
But if you guys don't live in this area,
nifty.
What our governor did, for some reason, he signed some pact with California. We were going to basically, the people in Virginia was going to be subjugated to Gavin Newsom, whatever he did. Well, surprisingly, when we had our election, a Republican won. Now, me, I'm non-political. I don't give a crap about Democrat or Republican because they're both the same to me. I basically worry about my self-interest. What are you going to do for me and my family?
Right.
So when this guy came in, because we were getting ready to do like, there are certain parts in California, it is illegal to collect rainwater. We were getting ready to do that dumb shit here in Virginia. Because they were going to come out with something talking about, well, you could cause malaria, or you could. They always try to come up with something to stop you from doing something.
Right. Right.
But when you go back and peel the onion back, what they're trying to tell you is start. It doesn't. They can't justify to you. It's kind of like what happened with on 2020 when they told us we couldn't congregate, we couldn't go to church, we couldn't do nothing. Now you hear Dr. Fauci out here saying, "Oh yeah, we made that up. We just threw something against the wall. Oh yeah, that's right. That the shot doesn't work. It just makes you feel better when you get sick. What does that mean?" So again, I'm not saying stuff didn't happen, people didn't, whatever, go on to the upper room, but you also got to be able to equate for yourself, understand what's going on. And Miss Gail, you hit it on the head. They are pigeonholing us into a little box.
Yep.
And the way I feel about what's going on with the Microsoft is they have proven to us they can shut the internet down at any time that they want. They proved it to us.
Yeah, it's going on now.
If you shutting down airlines, if you shutting down surgeries in hospitals, if you shutting down stoplights, if you doing all this stuff, you have proof. You made me a believer. If I didn't believe it before, I believe it now. But of course, I've always believed it because I always knew they could do it.
Yep, that's true. The person's
because a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people are naive to it. The internet was created by the Department of Defense for defense. They just chose to give it to civilians. They chose to give it to Mark Zuckerberg to make Facebook. Everybody keep talking about Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg was given Facebook. Zuckerberg did not create Facebook. If you go back, if y'all serious and want to do some research and go down a rabbit hole, go look it up. He got it from DARPA, which is the Defense Research, right? So we got all this stuff because I remember when I went to the Army, I went to lab school in 1980, November of '88. We didn't have computers. We did everything manually. By the time I graduated from lab school in March of '89, we got computers. So now all of a sudden, everything that I learned from basic that I had to put in here was now in a computer. You think about now the society we live in now. When my grandmother was a teacher, I was raised by my grandma. And she always told me, wherever your desk was, always make sure you have a dictionary. I have an old dictionary. I have newer editions. If you go buy a brand new edition of dictionary right now and look at an old edition of a dictionary, pretty much 90% of them words have changed. They all have different meanings now.
Yes, they do. That's so true.
So, again, you just take it for what it's worth.
Yeah. People just need to stay woke and look behind the curtain because they got a curtain in front of you right now. And they don't want you to see certain things. Look behind the curtain.
Living
Be
in the
curious
matrix.
and ask questions. Always look behind the curtain and be curious and ask questions. The name of the lady whose channel I was looking at, I'm not saying that for anyone to go over there, is Callie Kim. I used to watch her.
I've been following her when I first started.
Yeah, Callie, me too.
Callie Kim.
Listen to what you're saying, Mona, and listen to what I'm saying to more people. When you first started, the algorithm sends you to Callie Kim and to Gary Pillichek.
Yep.
The algorithm favored them, and it's not the algorithm because somebody had to develop the algorithm. Somebody behind that who is typing is channeling you to certain channels. That's how they got to where they are. They didn't just send it. It didn't just pop on your page and my page by accident. They have their favorites. I'm gonna say that, and I don't care what they say.
Now, is she still around? Because I have not looked on her page in like 10 years.
She's still around.
Because that's where I started. I started with Callie Kim and then Gary and then Led, and then I started branching out Grow Family Network. And because I was doing my gardening with none of these people.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't. Everything I was doing was on my own. I ain't know none of these people. And then I started seeing these other folks, and I was like, oh, let me go see what they're about.
Right.
And you're right. The algorithm, she's an algorithm darling. I'm on her page right now. I'm telling you, literally, I have not looked at her page in like 10 years.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I thought she was
a mechanical person. When you hear her talk and the way she delivers her, I like her somewhat, but she became mechanical to me, more commercial.
Yeah.
And like we're talking natural, and everything about her, I guess when she started making money and getting a lot of views, became unnatural. I like for people to be natural and be very down to earth and show good, honest material. When you start being out there advertising yourself in a way where you're being commercial, you lose me. You know, because you're not doing it for the grit, for the down to earth reason. You know, and the people who are looking at you, they need to hear the truth and they need to know the honest grit about gardening. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of misleading some people in a way. It's like you're speaking from a script. These people who are speaking from scripts, I don't want to watch them because to me that's not coming from the heart.
Well, you know, she bought and paid for.
Yeah, she is definitely bought and paid for. You know,
which she been doing it for years. This is her life. This is how she's making her money.
Yep.
Listen, when I was watching her for a year before I realized she was married and had children. The way she was talking, yeah, she got a husband and 2 kids.
I know she has a husband. I've never seen the kids.
Yeah, the kid they've popped on there. You got to like really go into the rabbit hole, but yeah, she got kids.
Yeah.
When I saw her husband, I was like, "Oh, that's your husband." I couldn't see that. I couldn't see you with a Hispanic
man. I was watching it when he helped her. They took down a fence and put one up or something. She redid her side of the house or something, and he was there helping her. That's when I was watching her.
He's like
the cameraman. 3-4 years ago. He was
that's what she called him. That's what she called him. The camera guy. The camera guy. That's what she called him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like Gary. I'm gonna tell you why I like Gary. Gary's in 7B like me. He was in Maryland and he moved. He was in Maryland and then he moved. I don't know where he moved to, but it's either he moved into Virginia or he moved further into Maryland. But I learned a lot of stuff from him. I learned the shop light stuff. He's the one that broke down the different bulbs to me. I didn't understand the stuff about the lumens and all that. So I did learn from these people. But when it's time to move away from them, you got to know when to move away because now they're commercial.
Yeah, that's what I did. I moved away.
So
and they're following a lot of gardeners that has a lot of subscribers. I go to the ones with medium and lower because they are the ones that's doing more research, learning, and doing different things. The ones that's got the higher subscribers, I ain't saying they being bought, but it's like the subscribe. It's just more. They doing more. So that's why I don't care to have a large selection. I'd rather stay small so I can get to know people. I can know you by your name and you know me by my name.
Right.
When you get thousands of subscribers, you're not going to know everybody. I'm having a hard time with just 1,000.
Yeah.
And I like to get up close and personal. So I don't want to be up close and personal with 10,000 people. I promise you I don't.
No, because you're not going to know them all. It's impossible. And also, it's a reciprocation thing. It's you scratch my back, I scratch yours. I want to reciprocate anybody who comes to me. I want to go back and subscribe to them. That Gary would never subscribe to my channel.
That part.
Is not going to subscribe to my channel. And I got someone else who's not going to subscribe to my channel. It's okay. I'm going to watch you still when I get a chance, but I'm going to watch my subscribers first. And a lot of times I've had to come up with a method, like if I'm here now, try to look at who is recently right now watching this, and I start with them, go back and answer, make sure I am subscribed to them and subscribe, and then I go through some other videos when I have the time and make sure I'm subscribed to those people who have just subscribed to me, who have just commented. You know, but if I had 300,000 people, I couldn't do that.
No,
It'd be
you don't
impossible.
even know how.
You wouldn't know 1/4. You wouldn't know 1/8,
Yeah.
1/16. You would not know them. You know.
No.
So I mean, you get lost. You get lost, and all of them are just there because you probably pushed for. Some people say, "Oh, I've never advertised that I wanted." And I'm just gonna say this: never advertised for subscribers. I never asked people to subscribe to my channel. You got over 300,000 subscribers, and you want to pride yourself in saying that. I never asked anyone to come to my channel. I never asked for subscribers. Well, how
That's
did
like
you
my brother. My brother been watching this one person for like 4 or 5 years. I never knew he was even watching them. And he be on all the lives listening, but this person don't even know he exists or he's a subscriber or nothing. And my brother's not a gardener or anything. He just liked the way this person talks, you know.
I love to go to different channels. I watch the people we talk about over in Asia who don't talk, who don't speak English, but they're demonstrating what they're doing, and you don't even know.
Right.
But I watch them because of the technique, and I know they'll never come to my channel and and visit me, and it's okay. I'm learning something from you.
Right. Right.
I'm not trying to say I got people all over the world. Some people take pride in that. Oh, I have people from all over the world on my channel. Okay, but what kind of exchange are you guys making? What kind of connection are you making? You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's a numbers game with a lot of people there because they're trying to get paid. I ain't mad at you. You know, you should have some social security or something coming in anyway, you know, some kind of retirement. You sitting around here relying on this, which means that's going to make you a booger. Because you out here dog eat dog trying to get them numbers up so you can get those couple of pennies to rub together. You know, it's residual income. Residual income is not income that's reliable.
Make it work.
It's
I'm
not
gonna tell you
reliable.
how to make it work.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna tell you how to make the algorithm work. What you do is, because when you you're gonna sub to people, right? And you watch their videos, and that bring them up, right? But then it's like it's gonna fall back to the people that they recommend, but you go back and you sub to somebody in that community, and this is how you're making the algorithm work, because you're trying to get a lot of stuff out that they try and bring. But if you keep bringing new people in the community, put them on your subscriber, it's going to bring more people in the community in that area. That's what I found to work for me, because and they always still bring, every now and then I get Callie Kim a pop up. Gary don't pop up as much as he used to, and I still get M.I. Gardner will pop up, and Epic Gardeners will pop up. I don't mind them, but I still make that algorithm go where I want it to go. I'll switch and go to one of my subscribers or somebody in the area of the subscriber. Because now it's like, after I watch a video, sometimes Miss Linda be the one to pop up. It used to be Led Farmer, but he hasn't been popping up like Miss Linda. She'll pop up. And
that's because YouTube is dictating the algorithm.
Right. So, but you make them, you have to go in and make them bring who you want, your subscribers, to your algorithm.
Right.
So they'll come up.
So that girl cooking up, dad cooking up deliciousness says gimmicks begin to be developed.
Right.
Yeah.
When I go to, if you have an increase, a fast increase in subscribers, that also is what pushes it. Yeah, all of a sudden you have had an increase, a running increase in the subscribership, then they would definitely, they pay attention to that and they start putting you out there a lot more. I noticed that about them. That's one of the things that pushes them out there. So Mike says eventually the algorithm behaves. You mean it levels off, Mike? Is
Right.
that what you're saying? It just levels off? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, there's a young guy that I follow from Australia, and his channel is called the Garden of Eden, and he like about 14 or 15, and I like watching him because I'm like, here's a young guy just trying to do something. He could be playing video games, he could be doing, but he's trying to learn how to plant some food, and he's doing really, really well. And his brother and his mom, they helped him. He's doing good. He's doing
That's
good. And
good.
he doesn't try to push his thoughts. He just grow his stuff, and he ain't doing no talking. He just doing his stuff. Demon would read my mind. Water literary.
And it's crazy how people, you got some people will get on here and get mad at people that don't talk. They just have music. And if you would read the comments, I'd be like, but you can't tell nobody how to run their channel.
No, you can't.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me.
With music.
I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me. You also have aggressive subscribers too. I have some people that will send me messages or in the comments and be like, "Hey, I need you posting. You ain't posted in a minute, and you want to make me not post? Keep talking." Because you're not gonna let me do nothing I don't want to. I choose to do this. This is not a job. This is not a job for me.
Right.
Me growing my vegetables and whatever. That's my job. I don't have to show that to you. I choose to show that to you.
I tell people in a heartbeat. First of all, I started out doing it because I was asked to do a video trying to help people during the rough time.
Me too.
And they was like, "Do you have a video showing what you do?" And I said, "Okay." And I ran outside. If you see that first video, I literally ran out in the cold. This is how you do. You do it like this. You da 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 da, and you timeline it. Okay, that was how I was. I wasn't thinking about all this other stuff, and I didn't get in it to making the money to become monetized, to become anything. I was just doing. Did somebody say something?
Yeah.
What happened?
Mike said, I got emails, people mad, my fingernails too short, etc.
Oh my
I blocked them. Yeah, I
Well, his fingernails are too short.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
When you got people who have nothing else to say, they have nothing else to do. And so they come on, this is a platform where they can come on and be crazy and ignorant. They have nothing else to do. And they themselves are not getting their fingernails dirty or hands dirty. They themselves are not doing anything. And you don't really care because, like you said, you block them. That's what you do. People get on and they're going to criticize what you're doing because they're insecure. And they know they can't do it. You go to their channel, they either don't have a channel or it's just some junk on there. So it's just some people got issues. People have issues. Just understand
Yes,
that.
they do.
At first, I was like, "Oh, what did they say to me?" When I first got on here, people started saying something crazy. I was like, "Wait a minute," And then after a while, I got kind of used to it. The moment said, "You're gonna get some crazy people this year," because I was not thinking crazy people was gonna come on and say crazy stuff.
Right.
I'm trying to get in my car, go find out where they live. And Mona say, "No." She say, "No. You got some crazy people that's gonna come in, trolls gonna come in." I didn't know anything about no trolls. I was not expecting that. I'm thinking everybody's gonna be intelligent. Not.
I tried to tell you about trolls before you even went live.
But you tried to tell about it, but then when the actually happened, I still was in shock.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
It get crazy.
I'm doing everything I can to protect you.
You've been doing a good job because I'd be like in shock. I'm just like, what?
I was in shock. I almost let YouTube go.
Yeah, but I remember.
Well, I let what's that other thing, the TikTok thing, I let it go because it was getting crazy. And it scared me because I was like, do they know where I live? And my niece was like, "No, Auntie, you can't be over there talking and being nice." She said, "Just put your material out there and keep it moving." I was like, thank you and Merry Christmas and stuff. And people was like, do you say that to everybody? And I was like,
I
what
still see that guy. For real? Oh my God.
Who is that?
Mike?
Oh, the fella.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That part right there. That one right
He actually showed his face.
Oh, he did?
Oh yeah, he did.
That's the one you told me about the horrible experience, huh?
Huh?
That's the one that was acting inappropriate.
Yeah, very inappropriate. Mike said, take it down, take it down. You're gonna have to take that down. Yeah.
Yeah, I have had a couple YouTubers in the gardening community that have gotten mad at me because they're like, "Oh man, this is a business. You need to make that money. You need to do this. You need to do this." And I'll be like, it's a money for you. So I'm just gonna keep myself over here.
Yeah, I'll figure that much, Mike.
I'm not gonna be, following your stuff. Y'all go ahead and go make your money.
Ain't no money.
Right.
It's pennies.
Right.
2 pennies.
Exactly.
You hustling for the other person to make all the money. They're gonna put ads on your stuff anyway. They're gonna put them wherever they want to, whether you are monetized or not.
Listen, I remember Led Farmer did a live one time, and he was talking about YouTube had reached out to him and was talking about all of the people that were running up videos by just letting the videos run and da 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 da. And I'm listening to him, and I'm like saying to myself, wait a minute, didn't I literally hear you people tell people to do this?
Yep.
What are we talking about here? So that's what I'm saying. Some people, I choose to hear them, but I don't hear them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And another thing that goes back to we, the smaller YouTubers that, we're passionate about our gardening and we do our things. A lot of these big YouTubers come in and watch our content and take our stuff and make content from it.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
That
No
part.
imagination, no creativity.
None.
Feel the ideas of what you're doing, and they go and put it on their channel for their.
I have seen, and I don't really have nothing hardly. I've seen some of my stuff on people that they ain't never commented on nothing. Not one thing have they commented on. But I've seen some of the stuff that I did.
It's a coincidence, but it's not a coincidence when you see that your stuff within less than 24 hours is out there. And you be like, were we thinking the same way for real? That's possible.
Exactly.
Not all the time. Go get your own content. But I'm like, okay, as long as you get your information out there and people know don't come to my garden, I'm fine. I'm good.
Right.
Because that's what I'm out here for. Because I want as many people as possible to learn how to garden so that you don't come bother me. It takes anywhere from 30 days to 90 days to grow this stuff. I don't want you to think you're going to come in less than 30 minutes and take my food.
Instantaneous, right.
What's wrong with you? How dare you think like that? But okay. Yep. But like you said, people grow some good grass, good flowers.
Oh, yeah.
But can you eat that? I don't want to talk to you if you can't. If I can't eat that grass out there and get healthy, I don't want to talk about the grass.
Right.
No.
I know of a YouTuber that has a pretty good following, great content, but for some reason, because of his, his religious beliefs and his life beliefs, YouTube shadow bans him because he should be way bigger than he is now.
Well, maybe he's not putting out like a lot of people want him to.
No. That's what I'm saying. He's actually putting out content, but because he leave a certain kind of message in his content, YouTube shadow bans him.
Oh wow!
Because in his content, while he's doing his gardening stuff, he may be saying, God says this, or I vote this way or that, and you know what I'm saying. He'll drop a nugget in there. If it doesn't concern you, let it fly. And I saw he stepped back from YouTube because he's emailed me behind the scene, and we both laughed about it. And I was like, bruh, because he invited me up on one of his YouTube, and he was the second YouTuber that I had ever did a live. The first one I ever did a live with was Planter, and then him. And I went on his YouTube, and we were talking, and he young guy, because I'm older than him, and I was telling him my beliefs and what I think, and I said, just be yourself. I mean, you've been doing it. You've been yourself your whole life.
Right.
Why are you gonna let some internet folks change who you are? It ain't paying your bills. You still got to get up and go to work. Just be yourself. Because truth be told, I'll get off of here tonight with y'all, and if I don't come back on here, I won't lose no sleep. Because we have people that are locked into this. What is this? I'm a pighead. I was gonna show myself, but people complain, so I won't. That's another thing. When I do my garden stuff, I don't show myself. It ain't about me. I'm showing you the garden.
Yeah.
Cause like I think maybe my first or second video, I showed myself, but then I said, wait a minute, why am I showing myself? It ain't about me. It's about the garden. But if you want to see me and I get invited to a live, or if I'm in a chat and somebody says, hey, come on up, let's talk real quick. Because I got these little fat stubby fingers and it takes me a long time to type. So I rather talk than type.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's because it's quicker, it's more convenient.
Right. That part.
So I'll do that and go on about my business.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you know what? Somebody in the chat may not want to hear what D Mood has to say. They're like, man, here this guy come with his nonsense. That's fine.
Now they all want to hear what you got to say. That's the thing. They do want to hear what everybody has to say because they're learning. There's a thirst for knowledge in the garden. There's a thirst.
Yes, it is.
And the more videos they have out there, the more thirstier people are going to come.
Yeah, and I tell you what, every time I come up on a live, like the live that I did with Mona, when was that, Mona? Was that Monday night or Saturday night?
Sunday.
Okay, Sunday night. Do you know I got 50 subscribers?
That's good.
Wow.
That's
and
good.
I'm like you, Miss Gail. I do not tell anybody to subscribe to me. I'm not like people subscribe, comment, like. I don't do none of that. If you like
That's what it's all about.
If you like it, go ahead. If you do this, go ahead.
I'm subscribed to your channel. I did.
No. I did see a lot of people said on Sunday night that they did subscribe to your channel.
I thank you.
I saw that, D-Boo. And some people tonight said that they just. I saw on Sunday night people said they subscribed to your channel, and tonight I saw some new people said they subscribed to your channel.
Yeah.
And let me go back and talk about what you just said. I do tell, and I'm gonna tell you why I tell them. I do tell people to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Because I want them to do all of that. I want you to comment so you can tell me about your garden, tell me what you're doing, and I get back with them. I want you to subscribe. I want you to hit that bell. I want you to share out the information so that your people can come. I want as many people to know what we're doing so they can get out there and do it. Now, let me say why. When I first started watching YouTube gardening, I knew nothing about comment. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, gardening videos, and I didn't comment. I skirted right past. I just got the information that I needed. I didn't know that the person who was helping me, giving me this information, that my gift back to them was to subscribe to their channel, was to like. I didn't know what that meant. Now I understand the value of that. There's value in that. It's helping that person to keep their channel alive because the algorithm pays attention to the response you're getting from the people. If we don't respond to these individuals, they're going to stop circulating those videos.
Right.
We want the videos to circulate. And I went back, as a matter of fact, and subscribed to people, start subscribing to people's channels because I didn't realize the importance of the thumbs up. That is to help keep people in circulation. Once you stop going in circulation, you just a sitting duck, you're done. So no, I do tell them. And I hear people say, and I said, man, you can say, I don't tell people. I don't tell them to do that. I think he should, when he don't have to because he's got all these hundreds of thousands. But these people, like Mama said, she go to the mid-range to those number of people. those people need our help. We need to train them up because Mona brought me up, brought me into you guys. Your
Me
state.
too.
You know,
Me
and the
too.
reason I need to pay
Right,
it
me
forward,
too.
the way I can pay it forward is go help those people by subscribing and telling other people to go to their channel to subscribe. There's enough space out here for all of us. The more people who are gardening, growing their own food, the more people will not be coming to your door.
Yeah.
We are educating people. This is the YouTube universe. And it's for free. While it's for free, let's get as many people on board to train as possible while we have the opportunity before some glitch comes and we can't get on here anymore.
That's true.
You got to train each other, but people need to have that subscription so they know when you're going to upload a video so they can come back to you and see some more and see what you're teaching until they get to the point where they can teach somebody.
Yeah, and YouTube has been a great tool to me because it has not only just doing gardening, but with automation. I've learned to do things because I have the time that I fix on my wife's car or my car. If something goes wrong with my lawnmower, I watch a video and I'm visual where I can see it and replicate.
See?
And
that part.
That's how I started. I just started with gardening. I started Georgia Peach Nut because I had the name of my honey. He works on cars. He taught automobile, body repair. He does a whole bunch of stuff. So when he get a code on a car, he said, I need to know, can you look up and see what that code means so he know what to do to the car. So I developed a YouTube station, channel and put my Georgia Peach Nut name on there. And we both
Talk about it.
Watch TV and we typed the code in and it would tell him what was wrong with the code meant. That's how we started. That was back in 2012. I came on YouTube with 2019 or 2020. So that's when I started with it. I didn't know there was a gardening channel on YouTube.
Right.
Yeah,
I didn't either.
I did that one video, then I did a couple, and Mama saw the video, she went and grabbed me. And she said, Peach Nut, you need to become a content creator. And I was like, huh? What was that? Boy, I was dumb as I don't know what. And I really probably started being more informed this year because it was when I decided to wake up and try to do something because I was still, over about 50 CNAs and making sure I had the proper help. Just busy, and dipping in and out of this gardening thing as far as videotaping what I was planting and growing. Been planting and growing since 1984. So this is not nowhere near my first rodeo. I have just grown bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger with my gardening space, So yeah, I do believe we need to tell people because listen, D-Move, I didn't know you were supposed to hit the subscribe button. I didn't know you were supposed to hit this.
Thank you, J-Lo.
I didn't know. So
Well, I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to get monetized because it's passive income.
Miss Gail,
yes,
Not
sir.
my honey's up in the bed, so she's watching what we're doing down here. She just came down and said, she got a good point. You should be telling people to subscribe and like.
Your thing has gone up since Sunday. I need to reach through here just like what was Mona fussing at you or was there FR about the food?
That was Mona.
I need to reach through here and do this to your wife. I'm gonna just grab your throat. Yes. Because I saw where you moved. You need a move. I said, what's wrong with him? Why his number so low? Like, Mama, and you have a lot of information.
Yeah, I saw that too.
These people are talking about, thank you for the information. Thank you. You have information that you need to be put out there and getting credit for.
But I'm going to tell you, I get tongue lashed about that around here. My wife constantly tells me, you're so knowledgeable and you're dumping all of this stuff into me. You need to share it with the masses. But
right.
I try, but I have patience to a point.
You don't need to have patience. You just put out there and walk away. They
just put out there and go about your business.
Look, let me tell you what. They either chew the meat, spit out the bone. That's old school. Chew the meat.
There you go.
Sit there and watch them swallow. Chew the meat, spit out the bone. Keep on moving. Keep it moving.
Look, remember when we was in the service, they told us to chew it up and taste it later?
Yep. I'm getting the dagger eyes right now because I'm getting the I told you. See right here. She's not putting it on camera. She over here looking at me.
She's loving this. She's loving this right now, baby.
But you know what? That's why you have your life partners. What I talk about. sometimes people see stuff that you just like, and you because I've had other people say, your numbers are low for the amount of stuff that you should be way bigger.
And that's how I feel. I'm sorry.
But see, I just don't post, and I'm not like diligent like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have heard you tonight. They heard you Sunday
You keep
night.
hanging around with me. Guess what?
Yep. Mona got you. We got you. I got you. Listen, Mona had me, and she was like, "You know too much," and I think I knew everything. I thought it was normal what I was saying. I thought everybody knew it.
I'm telling you, there was three YouTubers that got me to post. It was Lasha's Journey, Fifi's Gardening, and Grow Family Network. And they were like, they're like, bro, you got too much information not to be sharing it. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, you know what? The worst I can do is put something out there and it helps somebody. And that's kind of where I'm at. I just put stuff out that can help somebody else.
If the shoe fit, let them wear it. If not, they just find another shoe. But don't you worry about what people say. You go on ahead and spit. You go on ahead and speak the word and be through it. Don't even look back after you talk. You keep it moving. You keep it moving.
Yeah.
You know, ain't nobody got time to worry about what these naysayers say. I guess I don't. I keep it moving.
Listen.
So you need to go on ahead and look. Don't make us all have to come to your house, California, along with the I'll be real hard and mad by the time I got there. And your wife.
Listen, when I was out there today cutting the grass this afternoon, and this was around 6:30, I was saying, man, I wish I had my phone, because then I could have did a video of the hawks, because both the male and the female were waiting for me to get off the damn grass so they could hunt. I could have showed everybody this beautiful, man, it was just so awesome just to see nature at its bare bones doing what nature do.
Didn't we say last night always take your phone with you?
Okay, Shantae.
All right, Shantae.
Be next.
I saw that. I saw what she wrote.
We finna beat her up right now.
Keep
Shantae?
on.
No.
Keep on fooling with me. You about to be next.
Shantae, we're gonna have you up here on this panel. You're gonna post something. Look, this is your gardening community. This is your gardening family. We got your back. We have your back. Let somebody say something. This 71-year-old woman gonna be on. They don't want none of this. You want a mind.
I know that's right.
You gonna post, and you better post soon. I'm gonna be looking out for it. Aren't you in Georgia? Don't let me where you live.
She not in Georgia. She not in Georgia.
Well, wait, okay, wherever she is.
She over here with me. She over here with me in
I
Texas.
come there and beat up on you in Monaco. I'm bringing a big belt. Maybe it's
Look, she already talking about getting me a whooping, so I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna be quiet.
Right? Shantae, you better put something out there, quick. What
Plus, it's good memories. You can literally have an electronic catalog of stuff that you did from year to year.
Yeah,
Right.
you just pull it up off of YouTube. Put it on your phone. I mean, come on, people.
Because I keep all of my original content on a drive, so I have the content.
Yeah.
That's like saying for Shantae, and I'm gonna address you. That's like saying I won't go to the grocery store because somebody's gonna criticize what I'm driving or what I'm wearing. You don't pay it no attention. Or somebody may not like my hair. They may not like my makeup, so I'm gonna stay hidden inside. It is equivalent to that, darling. I'm talking to you right there in the post. Is equivalent to that. If you step outside your door in the public, subjected to any kind of criticism, then you can come on here and post something. Learn how to shake it off, let it roll off your back like a duck's back. Water rolling off a duck's back. Now, come on.
Right.
They are very good memories. Any kids tell me to do it all the time. Is she talking about
YouTube?
Yeah.
My daughter told me that too. She was like, Daddy, you're good with this garden stuff. You need to record it. You need to put it up there, blah, blah, blah. I was like, baby.
For it to travel, you have to say, no, it's not made for kids, because I didn't know that. I was like, yeah, I want the kids to know, so it wasn't moving, because it's not going to move if you don't put that on there. You cannot have it made for children. It has to be a no
Yeah, no, it's not for kids.
No, it's not for kids.
And people will be able to hear it and all that other good stuff. And yeah.
Cassandra says I need another device so that I can start that putting out. So,
They are
Cassandra,
very good.
look,
My
I know where
kids
you live.
do it all the time. See, come on now.
Cassandra, I know where you
Look,
live.
I
You
have
have
to
to
hook
around
up
the
with
corner.
Only
Come
thing
on.
I post is my
Do
projects.
you have
that
your
I'm
lights back
doing.
on?
And
Are
when
your
it's
lights on,
finished.
Cassandra?
Huh?
Cassandra's lights were out. She's up the street around the corner from me.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's why she was asking. She's like, I see you with lights on, and I
You
ain't got
never
no
right
lights.
over
She said
here.
that a long time ago.
Oh, wow.
They blinked on and off a lot today, but they did not go out
My
completely.
roommate doesn't want me posting content on YouTube due to security issue. I was abused by my biological father and stepmother mainly. My stepmother says my dad was working. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame.
So those of you who are thinking about becoming content creators,
I need
just want
another
to put something
device
out
so
there.
that I can start back putting out content. Girl, I'm trying to figure out how to get all these pictures and stuff somewhere else so I can have room.
I thought
That's
you
my
just got some
problem.
stuff. Didn't you just get some?
Mine, I keep running out of storage.
Oh, okay. I ran out yesterday. I had
Get
to
an
be going in
external
to get-
drive. You can go to, if you have a Best Buy, get you an external drive where you can transfer
I
all
have
your
one. I
videos.
got one. Girl, I
Shante
got
say
stuff
these
here. I have
YouTube
stuff.
streets are volatile. Oh Lord Jesus! If I'm out here, you can come out here.
I got
Cassandra's
stuff.
still in the dark. I'm so sorry,
Real time
sweetheart.
capture human for resting and
All right, my garden friends, I am about to get up out of here.
You have been
okay.
such an asset. to
Yeah,
this
it is that time. Thank you so much. And look, everybody's go ahead, D Mood. I ain't mean to cut you off, but it is that time for us to go.
4 hours.
Again, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate your wisdom and your knowledge and your guidance, because you know what? Rome wasn't built in a day, and I wasn't born in a vacuum. So I'm always open for ideas and information. And I thank you all.
You're a
Have a
blessing.
good,
Thank you so much.
night, my friends.
Okay, thank you. We'll see you
Good
soon.
night.
All right.
Okay. Looking for that
Say
content.
good night to your wife too.
I'm sorry you're still in the dark. Cassandra. I don't know what's going on with South Florida. They need to get it together. But we will probably still be in the dark too. I think it was last year they came and put all of our electrical stuff down underground.
Yeah, I will be over there. I'm gonna try and get there tomorrow. Whip it Wednesday and FO Friday with BG. That's where she got her pictures of the
So
things
who's that,
that she
Darcia?
doing. Darcia.
So I need to go over there tomorrow? Today?
Tomorrow is what, Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. Over at BG's crochet channel, they have it where they whip it Wednesday is what's on your hook. Yeah,
So what you need to do is send me when you get a chance. You don't have to
Link.
right now. Send me the website. I mean her video name.
Okay. Wow,
I'm just a girl dad. I've been trying to catch a picture of this hummingbird out here in my yard. I ain't caught it yet.
Oh, you've seen it, but you want to take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Good night, Carrie. Thank you so much.
Good night, Shante. Good night, Jane Doe.
Good night, Carrie.
Good night,
Good night,
Jane Doe.
Mike.
Good night, Mike. Thank you,
Good night,
Mike, so much.
D-Moo.
D-Moo, thank you so
Good
much.
night,
Your wife,
everyone.
Give wifey good night for us. Thank
Good
you.
night, chat.
Good night, Angel. Thank you. Good night, Mike.
Absolutely.
Moo.
Shantae, we're gonna be talking.
Okay.
We're gonna be talking, Shantae.
Night, everyone.
Good
All
night,
right. Good night,
everyone.
y'all.
Serena, good night.
Good night.
Takes patience to be in the garden.
Dude.